Exile, it takes your mind again. Exile, it takes your mind again. You got suckers, look. Have you given up? Does it feel like a trial? Does it trouble your mind the way you trouble mine? It takes your mind again. Exile, it takes your mind again. Oh, you've missed so much. Have you given up? Does it feel like a trial? Does it trouble your mind the way you trouble mine? Does it feel like a trial? No, you're thinking too fast. You're like marbles on glass. Vilified. Don't even try. Vilified. Don't even try. You got suckers, love. Have you given
Yo, how's it going?
feel like a trial? Does it trouble your mind?
What are my filters on here?
Trouble mine? Does it feel like a trial? Did you fall for the same empty
I don't know if that's gonna help anything. I was looking back at old VODs because I was listening to like an old one to check my sound levels. And like, my microphone sounds like super tinny sometimes when I'm on this one. Like, did it always sound like that? And I go back to a stream before I made a bunch of changes to my like suppressor and filter and everything, and it did not used to sound like that. But I don't know what I did, but I'm hoping I can fix it soon. I should have done a test, but today's not a good day for a test because I just got back from a movie and I gotta go live. It's go live day. Yeah, I saw Spider-Verse. I'm not gonna mention any spoilers. No spoilers here. But I liked it. And I look forward to, you know, the next one. Which, thankfully, is almost done. And it's not like Dune, where they didn't even greenlight the second part until, like, months after the first part. So, thank you for that. Thank you for making them at the same time. And it's not even a year's away. It's like 9 months or whatever. Not even a whole last year. That's awesome. Love that. But it also means if you want to see it, you gotta see it soon. I would not even be surprised if they put out like a teaser trailer in like a month. Not a teaser trailer, maybe just like a poster or something. They'll do something soon. Because it's so soon away. Or they might not. Who knows? Maybe they'll give people a chance to see this movie. Or they, go pog crazy with stuff about the next one. I forget how they did it for Endgame. I think Endgame, it took a while for the Endgame trailer to come out. So, maybe we shouldn't be worried. I'll be talking about it in the spoiler chat of the Discord later. I think Soul's watching it right now. Soul is in the midst. They waited till December to drop the Endgame trailer. Endgame was like June though, right? I think Beyond the Spider-Verse is like, yeah, March. So. A bit closer. Maybe in November, big Thanksgiving Day trailer to celebrate Spider-Verse. Here's Beyond the Spider-Verse. Alright, sorry, I'm just finishing up some lunch and then we will get into the festivities for today. Alright, I guess to start off with, we could start off with something a bit more chill, a bit more lax. Something we don't have to put a lot of thought into. We could just talk about it for a second. So, just out of nowhere, a new Pikmin 4 info. I don't even want to call it a trailer, because this isn't a trailer.
After receiving his distress signal,
I see. Olimar is stranded on PNF 404 again. I mean, I hate this setup. I hate seeing Olimar done like this. I feel like he's been through enough to not need, like, an entire rescue squadron to come after him anymore. Like, come on. He's done this enough. He's done this enough times. Maybe he should stop going there.
Noble Rescue Corps set off to retrieve the stranded captain. And they also crashed.
Yeah, I mean...
Unfortunate. 2 crash landings in a row. But there is a beacon of hope.
Yeah, this is also weird. There didn't need to be a second.
It's you.
Oh! Yeah, this is the whole reason that this video exists. There's a character creator in Pikmin 4. Why? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest, this is neat, but also I've never once wished to make a Hokutation. Not a once. But hey, you know what? Fair enough. It's a neat feature.
His newest
There's a bunch of different faces. I kind of like that the eyes and the nose are tied together. Oops. Sorry, Portal 2. Yeah, the eyes and the nose being tied together is... I'm not a fan. What if I want a small nose with these little eyes? Why can't I have that? Why can't I have the olive-shaped nose with the glasses? Nintendo? Surely. That would not be too tough to, implement. So, like, it's a character creator, but also, like, extremely limited. You only really get, like, a handful of options. But I guess it's cool enough. Again, neat. Not super thrilled about it, either anyway. I'm not, like, jumping out of my seat like, oh yes, I can make a Hokutation! But it's kind of cool. Couple of hairstyles, yeah, like, really not much. But whoa, look at that. Look at how cool she is. Where's like a normal, like, Hokutation hairdo? These Hokutations got too much hair. The Hokutations I know have like 3 strands that kind of curl up to the top. It's too much hair on these hair options. Look at this fucking guy. I might go with the Louis body type. If I'm being honest, I might go with the Louis body type. Interesting, yeah. It's like Alf, Louis. I don't know. Is this meant to be like player 4 of what Pikmin 4 was gonna be? So they had this body type just like sitting here waiting, and then Charlie. Yeah, because this looks like the body type for the 4th playable captain they were gonna have in Pikmin 4. So I guess they kept it around. Said, we will use this. And then, you know, the Charlie body type. I mean, yeah, a good amount of variants. I'm sure, like, you know, people will probably go attached to their Hokutation OC, I guess. Cute enough. And I think it also lends credence to the fact that this is going to be a one captain type beat. You're probably just gonna have one dude that you control the whole time, instead of... Which seems a little weird. I feel like Pikmin just got better with multiple captains. Like, Pikmin 2 was, like, such a cool... like, evolution of the concept. Like, being able to control 2 captains was amazing. And then Pikmin 3 got even better, because you could have... There was, like, that tech where you could throw captains, like a Pikmin. That was a lot of fun. And then also, like, you could give a captain orders and then swap to another captain, and then that captain will go to where you told him to go. So you can go do something else while the other captain's traveling. Like, all that stuff was super cool. And it's a little weird to just, like, lose that. But I guess it's different. You know, I'm sure people that maybe didn't like the complexity that Pikmin 3 offered, which it was very complex. It really was. Some of those challenge mode goals are extremely tough to hit if you don't know what you're doing, which I do not. I never got platinum on any of those. I got close on level 1. I think I might have platinumed level 1. But every other level, yeah, no. That's too much for me to think about. So yeah, we're only gonna have the one captain this time, which would make it a bit simpler. So people who maybe love the multi-captain setup are going to be disappointed, but, you know, maybe they'll make up for it in some way.
Embark on an expedition to save Captain Olimar and the entire rescue corps. What else will you find on this mysterious planet? Pikmin 4. Available July 21st.
So I'm guessing our character does not crash land, which is interesting.
Available now on Nintendo.
Because I thought the whole thing about PNF 404 is that, like, you always crash land. Like, there is something in the atmosphere that forces ships to crash land onto it. Like a natural occurrence. But it looks like we're not going to crash, which is interesting, I guess. I don't know. I mean, weird trailer. Weird to just, like, put out, like, a little thing to be like, hey, there's character customization. You know, right around the time we're, like, hoping for a direct announcement or something. A little weird. But, you know, you do you, I guess. Hoping we still end up getting that direct announcement next week, I think. No, it should be soon, right? Because I think Nintendo's usually on the 12th, or like the Monday of E3 is when they would normally go, and like obviously they have no event pushing them to hit their usual date, so they might not be then. But it would have been nice, because everyone else is hitting their usual date, you know, like Summer Games Fest is hitting it, Devolver is hitting it right after Summer Game Fest like normal, Xbox is hitting their normal day, Ubisoft, like, everyone's still kind of doing it, even Sony kind of did it. So, it would be nice to see Nintendo kind of do it, you know? It would be nice, but, you know, they always gotta do their own thing. All right, let's talk about it, because this is, I think, kind of a big deal. I think, like, I'm obviously gonna make fun of it because it looks stupid, but it's gonna be, I think I cannot overlook how much Apple has revolutionized the tech space. So even though I think this is ridiculous, and I don't think, like, sane people are gonna buy into it quite yet, I think it's important to take a look at it, and just, because this could be the future. Like, if this, because Apple, again, I don't really like Apple products, I don't like Macs, I don't like iPhones, but Apple is very good at popularizing tech. They are very, very, like, we gotta keep in mind, this is the same company that gave us iPods, and iPhones, and iPads, and Apple Watches, and the Apple Pen, I don't know, like, all of these things have changed humanity. Like, on God, like, it really has. It's changed a lot about our day-to-day lives. So, like, when Apple's coming out being like, hey, this is the next big thing, I feel like I gotta listen. After smartphones, everything else mentioned was just that in a new form factor, and so is this, kind of. Also, I said the pen. The pen is not the same thing. And AirPods! Everyone going crazy about AirPods! And all that stuff, you know, like, And Macs, like, you know, like a lot of casual consumers love their Macs. So I feel like we gotta listen. Also, even if like the tablet is just a smartphone, but it like bigger, it does hit a very different like bracket. You know? Like you don't use a tablet for the same thing you use your smartphone for. At least not entirely. Like obviously you want a tablet if like you're an artist or if you are a little child that wants to play Roblox. You know, tablet good for that. And this is what they believe is the next step in that tech journey. Yeah, like look at this fucking image. Well, I'm trying to get it like to look good. Oh, you see this shit? Hold on. This is slightly off center. This shit is slightly off center. I hate that. Yeah, look at this. Look at this same. Look at the. I'm sure Microsoft assumed the same with HoloLens. Okay, but you're not listening, dude. Like, here's the thing: if like Meta or Microsoft or fucking Valve came out and said, "All right, we're doing mixed reality. This is the next big thing," I would be like, "Okay, yeah, sure, dude." But when Apple says it, I feel like I kind of have to believe it, because look at these products on screen right now. Like, these are all crazy products that are in millions of homes. So, like, yes, this is a big leap. This is a gigantic leap in what, like, people are used to. And obviously, it's a big money investment. And I don't think it's gonna hit, like, mainstream casual consumer quite yet, which is weird because that seems what they're targeting this to, because like they obviously are gonna, I mean, I haven't watched this full thing yet. I'm gonna watch it now, but I've seen like snippets of like information about it. But like obviously they are targeting businesses, but they're also targeting just like casual home use. Like, they brought in Disney and Hideo Kojima and all these people in, like, the entertainment sphere to be like, yeah, this is the next thing we're doing.
All of these OS releases will be available to our users this fall. Now, back to Tim.
Like I said, like, it's very easy to be, like, pessimistic and be like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. But also, like,
Thanks,
have they had a huge L yet? Like, a huge one? Like, I don't know if Apple Watches are, like, crazy huge, but, like, when was the last, like, gigantic Apple L? In terms of product releases?
Craig. Today we introduced some amazing new Macs and showed you where we're taking the incredible software platforms that drive our products. It's already been a big day. But we do have one more thing.
Dude thinks he's fucking Iwata.
This is a day that's been years in the making, one that I've really been looking forward to. I believe that augmented reality is a profound technology. Blending digital content with the real world can unlock experiences like nothing we've ever seen. So today, I'm excited to announce an entirely new AR platform with a revolutionary new product. And here it is.
Please, take a look. Gotta say, right off the bat, this shit looks ridiculous. I hate how this looks. God, does it look awful. Like, we will see people wearing it later, hopefully, and, like, I would prefer, like, an Oculus Rift with googly eyes glued to it, the front, rather than looking at a weird video feed of your eyeballs. Yeah, like, no. Get that away from me. There's cameras everywhere. Strap in, everybody. And yeah, I get another thing about like the Microsoft thing is like Microsoft was never targeting like casual consumers with HoloLens. Like they might have like hinted towards it, like, oh, in the future you could maybe do this. Like it definitely seemed more leaning towards businesses than anything. Whereas Apple is very clearly, again, like they said, like Disney Plus is going to be on this. You know, they're very clearly trying to hook the casual consumer with this, which is crazy considering the price. Absolutely nuts. Yeah, no, stay away. This is not okay. No, nuh-uh, no. No, I don't like this. Not a fan. Turn it off. This part, like, I would prefer to see the void of the front of the Vision Pro. I don't need to see your eyeballs. Hopefully, you know, you don't need to do this, because this is terrifying. I don't like this.
Introducing Apple Vision Pro. Vision Pro is a new kind of computer that augments reality.
Ooh. Interesting they call it a computer. That's really good wording. Again, like, they're trying to hit, like, casual consumers. Like, they're not... Hopefully... Alright, hopefully, I haven't seen this presentation, but, like, when I looked on the website, there wasn't, like, welcome to the metaverse, where everything is cool and crypto and, meta coin, whatever. Like, they're just calling it a computer, because that's what it is.
By seamlessly blending the real world with the digital world. It's the first Apple product you look through and not at. Vision Pro feels familiar.
Oh no. What is the human doing? Oh no. Fucking PS Vita ass Apple app setup.
Yet it's entirely new. You can see, hear, and interact with digital content just like it's in your physical space. And you control Vision Pro using the most natural and intuitive tools, your eyes, hands, and voice.
Oh, we love the pinching
With
maneuver.
Vision Pro, you're no longer limited by a
Consumer tech was solved a decade ago. This isn't innovations just sucking money out of people with products that seem futuristic or novel. How is this any better than keyboard and mouse? Because it's fucking immersive, bro. Okay, I don't agree that it's not that consumer tech has been solved. And I also don't agree that this isn't innovative. Like, it definitely is. Like, if you've watched a movie in VR, that shit is, like, amazing. Like, movies in VR, games in VR, like, it's just different. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of great software out there for these products, but, like, the products themselves are, like, the next level. The issue, and this is always going to be the issue, I don't think they're ever going to solve this, it's the form factor. The form factor is really what's stopping this from becoming, like, the next big thing. Smartphones and wireless earbuds have practicality. Yeah, I'm not saying there's like nothing wrong with smartphones and like earbuds and everything. Like I like those things, but I do think there is an appeal to VR and AR that nothing else can really scratch at. It's crazy how VR has been on the market for over a decade and the form factor hasn't evolved past becoming wireless. I mean, there are a few innovations in that space. Like, obviously, like, the MetaQuest Pro has, like, the open underneath design, And like the just the form factor of that is a lot nicer than the usual Quest. And the big screen VR, which is basically just like a little tiny visor you put over your eyes. Like it's not like a big like computer sitting on your face. Here, let me see if I can find that one. Up Collectathon fan. Feels like it's been a while. Yeah, like this one. Like there's attempts to get the form factor to be a lot less how do you say shit? Instead of having a box strapped to your face, this just looks like I'm fucking cosplaying a cyborg from the X-Men. It's like there has been attempts, it's just taking a while. Like breaking this tech down is going to take a significant amount of work.
Display. Your surroundings become an infinite canvas.
Now, this I don't buy. This does not look good. This whole thing of like, oh, it's like all your web browsers, but like you can put them wherever you want, and you have a digital keyboard. I've heard people do this with their Quest. Like I saw like I think like I watched a video where a guy got rid of his computer and said, all right, I'm gonna use my Oculus Quest as my like main work computer for a month and see how I feel. And it's not nearly as good. It's not nearly as good right now. So like this, like here's the thing. You can't say this is like a new era of computing and then just put a browser in front of me. That's not new. That doesn't take advantage of the tech. Like, get this out of my face.
Use your apps anywhere and make them any size you want. Capture photos and videos and relive your most important memories in an entirely new way.
This is cool though. Like, obviously a big benefit of this, and this is why movies are so cool in VR. Like Noodle made a whole fucking video about this. Being able to have whatever screen size you want. Like, you don't need a whole bunch of monitors. You can just have the biggest screen you could ever imagine, and that's your monitor. Like, that's a cool part to this. Who made this device? Apple. We're watching the Apple conference.
Watch your movies, shows, and sports, and immerse yourself in games on a giant screen.
Yeah, like this. Like if you've watched a movie in VR, like you already know. Like, it's aside from the discomfort of wearing the VR headset, it is like it rivals theaters. It just does.
Spatial audio. And connect with people as if you're sharing the same space. These are just some of the ways that Vision Pro
I saw this. Can I go back? Okay, cool.
audio.
I don't know what the Apple player is like, so I'm just pressing buttons. So what do these people see? Adam and I talked about this yesterday. What are these people looking at? Because they're not Appled up. I feel like it would have been smart to have these people also Vision Pro'd up. Because like, what are they looking at right now? Are they looking at this? Is there a hidden camera behind the bed here showing this with the projected, I don't know, PowerPoint or something? Like, what are we looking at here? They see this?
People as if you're sharing the same space. These are just some of the ways that Vision Pro blends digital content into the space around us. So in the same way that
Stop
Mac
calling it content,
introduced
bro.
us to personal computing and iPhone introduced us to mobile computing, Apple Vision Pro will introduce us to spatial computing.
Yo, spatial computing.
This marks the beginning of a journey that will bring a new dimension to powerful personal technology. To tell you about the
I will have 10 browsers surrounding me, surrounding my entire perimeter. I will be like Tony Stank. I will have Discord to my left. I will have YouTube to my front. I will have Overwatch 2 to my right, and to my back I will have, I don't fucking know, why would I need something back there? I don't want to look back there. But then I will have Tumblr to my top left, and Google Documents to my top right. And my whole room will be filled with digital browsers as far as the eye can see. What's that over there? Beyond the distance, beyond the Google Documents, could it be Twitch TV playing the AGDQ 2024? Oh my god, it can't be. How is my internet speed holding all of this together?
Experience of using Vision Pro? Here's Alan.
In the future, you will live in little glass cubicles designed by Apple.
Apple Vision Pro allows us the freedom to imagine an experience unlike anything we've created before. For the first time, we've designed a fully three-dimensional interface, one magically controlled with just your eyes, hands, and voice. When you first put on Vision,
All this and no sideloading for iOS 17? Yeah, that's not why I'm not fucking buying this. Even if it was like $1,000, I'm still not dropping. I'll wait for like the cool other company to make it that lets me sideload stuff. Like, I'll wait for the Android version of this.
Vision Pro, you see your space and everything in it. The home view lives right in front of you. It's where you find all of your apps.
Jarvis, show me their balls.
Familiar, yet revolutionary. The entire interface looks and feels home.
That shit is just the PlayStation Vita home
It's where you
screen.
find all of your apps. It's familiar, yet revolutionary.
Don't call it revolutionary. PS Vita revolutionized this. Do they move around and they look like little M&Ms when I move them around? They better. Where's Google Chrome? Where is it?
The entire interface looks and feels truly present in your room. Every element has been crafted to have a sense of physicality.
Okay, but the issue with this is obviously computer generated. I mean, duh. But also, I mean, like, this is not real time. This is pre-rendered. None of this matters until we see it.
They have dimension.
I think not showing this off at like a live event was maybe a mistake. I think if they were like on stage with a live audience and like showed off a demonstration of it, then I'd be like, oh, okay, hold on, the technology is here, the future.
Respond dynamically to light and even cast shadows.
Ooh,
Understand scale.
that's kind of cool. Ooh,
Experiences
shadows. I'm just like, none of this is real. Oh my god, shadows. Hold on. Is it hot in here? Whew.
Vision Pro aren't constrained to the boundaries of a display. They can freely fill the space around you. It's easy to make apps any scale, even larger than life. And you can
What
place
about my
them
shadows?
exactly where you want them.
Will they clip into my table?
Space. It feels natural, like moving real objects. And launching new apps doesn't take space from existing ones. They
No
simply
way.
occupy a new space centered around you.
Wish you were here.
There's something truly extraordinary about seeing your favorite apps and experiences right there in the room with you.
This would be crazy if it wasn't a thing I had to wear. You know, I think that's obviously... Well, obviously, I think at some point, like, no matter what, you're gonna have to wear something. Like, the fact that it's, like, a goggles that I have to, like, strap myself into and twist the knob to make sure I'm nice and snug in there. Yeah, no. This isn't, It's not something that people are gonna do, I don't think. At least I don't think so. I could be completely wrong, and everyone's gonna go crazy for these around Christmas time. Be like, I want the Vision Pro. I want the Google Glass. Yeah, I'm unsure. Just wait 35 years until they come out with AR contacts. That might be the play. But how do you power them? Oh shit, plug into the brain. Right. Got it. Right. We're just getting straight to Cyberpunk. Let's go. Full speed ahead.
And apps can expand fully into your space, like during a mindfulness session.
Ah, yes. My mindfulness session in my Apple Vision Pro.
A private moment of calm. And with Vision Pro, apps and experiences can do something else remarkable. They can grow beyond the dimensions of your physical room with environments. Environments extend and transform your...
I can do this already, though. Maybe not like the AR stuff, but like I can go into like a VR theater and, you know, chill. I've done it before. Bro, the Netflix app on Oculus where you're like in a little cozy room with a giant TV. Beautiful. I watched Kid Cosmic in there. And big screen, I watched seasons 1 to 3 of Infinity Train in the home theater lobby in big screen. And it was very cool.
Your space, enabling otherwise impossible experiences. And they've been captured fully volumetrically, so you can control how immersed you are by simply turning the digital...
Oh shit, the 3D toggle? Huge.
Whether extending a small portion of your room or being fully immersed within an environment, you can use these beautiful landscapes to focus, reduce clutter in busy spaces, or as an inspiring new view. Every major Apple platform was driven by an innovative new input model. Mac with the mouse, iPod with the click wheel, and iPhone with multi-touch. With
Now,
Vision Pro, we set the ambitious goal to design an incredibly intuitive input model for spatial computing, one that could be used without controllers or additional hardware. Apple Vision Pro relies solely on your eyes, hands, and voice. It's just you and your content. It's remarkable, and it feels like magic. You browse the system simply by looking.
yeah, no, I don't like... Maybe it's the actors. Maybe the actors are making this look more uncanny than it would be in real life, but like, I don't like looking at this. I don't like looking at their weird future digital screen.
It's effortless. App icons suddenly come to life when you look at them. In fact, every graphical element has a sense of vitality and responds to your eyes. Simply tap your fingers together to select and gently flick to scroll. The combination of hands and eyes together truly feels like magic, as if your mind is...
Okay, but I've done this. I did this in Quest 2, and it's not good. So hopefully their tech is a lot better, because the Quest 2 hand controls are not good. I don't like using them. So, you know, hopefully these are better. I mean, maybe because it uses your eyes too would be better. Like, Oculus still doesn't have eye tracking. Even in the Quest 3 that they just announced, it doesn't have eye tracking. What the fuck? But why would I want this? Immersion, dude! Again, it's like the next step of computing. Think about it. You don't need monitors anymore. You definitely do. Yeah, this is another thing. Rumors are that Apple execs know the tech isn't finished but want to force it out already. That would make sense. And that would be really bad. That might, like, destroy this whole industry. Being a bit dramatic, but that would be bad. This seems fun for VR AR games, that's it. But it is cool for, like, even, like, movies. Like, I say this all the time, like, I was saying this a bunch when we started, but, like, VR movies goes crazy. Like, obviously, like, VR AR games will be crazy. Like, we don't know exactly where this tech is going to go in the future. I think a big thing, a really big thing, is 1, form factor, 2, I'm a human being, and I want to make connections with other human beings and enjoy things together. And, unfortunately, VR physically is a kind of lonely experience. Obviously, if you're in VR with other people, like, at their house or whatever, and, like, you're in VR chat together, it feels cool, but like, who's gonna like cuddle up for movie night with their partner, both wearing Apple Vision Pros? No one. No one's gonna do that, because then you can't kiss. So like, I that's another big thing that this market is gonna have to solve, is like, how do you solve that problem? Like, how do you get the spatial computing thing while also keeping that connection with other people in your surroundings, and even just like other things in your surroundings?
And we designed every gesture to be as subtle and natural as possible, so you can keep your hands where they're most comfortable, like resting in your lap or on the sofa. And the entire experience is made better with voice. With Vision Pro, you can look at a search field and just start dictating. Voice input has never been this seamless. And with Siri, you can quickly open or close apps, play media, and more. Another foundational design goal for Vision Pro was that your
My favorite thing, I saw one post where it was like this room and her like sitting there, and the header was, "She sold everything for this." And like, look at this, there's nothing in this room. There's a couch. There's a long table with a singular, very tiny potted plant. She sold everything for it.
never isolated from the people around you. You can see them, and they can see you. Your eyes are a critical indicator of connection and emotion. So Vision Pro displays
And so we
your
made it
eyes
freaky.
when someone is nearby. It's incredible.
Ew, really? So if someone pulls up, it's just like, whoom. Eyes activated.
This breakthrough innovation is called eyesight. Not only does eyesight reveal your eyes, it provides important cues to others about what you're focused on. This is how it looks when using apps. And this changes when you're fully immersed in an experience, sending a clear signal to those around you.
Yo, I am immersed. That's so funny. But leave me alone, I am immersed.
But even if you are fully immersed, Apple Vision Pro helps you stay connected to those around you. When someone is nearby, they will appear in your view.
Whoa.
And Vision Pro
Get out of my fucking way. I'm godlike right now, dude!
simultaneously reveal your eyes to them. The spatial experiences of Vision Pro seamlessly blend the digital
Get off
and
of
physical
my
worlds,
digital space!
transforming what's possible. Whether at home or
I'm
at work,
immersed!
it unlocks
In the Himalayas!
experiences. To show you what it's like to use Apple Vision Pro, here's Alessandra.
Let's see Apple Vision Pro in action for work. Vision Pro has the apps you love and count on every day. But now, these apps are free
Hickman Bloom.
from the confines of a display and live
It looks
in your
so weird, dude. No, this guy looks genuinely natural and normal, and even he looks terrible in these stupid fucking goggles.
But now, these apps are freed from the confines of
No. No. Take it away.
a display and live in your space, transforming how you use notes, messages, Keynote, Safari, FaceTime, and more.
And Firefox.
And of course, Vision Pro is always in sync with your iPhone, iPad, and Mac. All your notes, messages, photos, and documents stay up to date automatically.
Why would I need a Mac when I have a Vision Pro?
This is what you see with Vision Pro. Your entire world is a canvas for apps, so you can arrange them anywhere at the perfect size for whatever you're doing.
Let's look first at Safari. Browsing the web is fantastic. Web pages are large, making it amazing to watch videos or read articles. As you scroll down the page, small text is crisp and easy to read at any angle. And Safari expands, so you can see all your open tabs. You can
Whoa.
arrange multiple apps around you in space.
Breath of the Wild.
Layer them on top of
I don't
each
know why I
other,
said that.
or place them above, below, or to the sides of other apps. Like here.
And
where
best
you
of
can
all,
turn
no one
your
can
head
see what
to
you're
change
doing.
Focus from Safari to work on your freeform board. And the content within your apps isn't limited to 2 dimensions. You can receive
Yeah, you can do whatever you want here, dude. Oh shit, the AR. The AR, dude! You just pulled it right out! Yeah, the fact that no one can see what you're doing is like, dude, I could be doing anything. I could actually be doing 6 scotches at once. While at work.
and look at it.
And what is my boss gonna say? They're gonna see me with the blue swirling thing in my vision and be like, oh, that dude's fully immersed. I gotta leave him alone.
Every angle, just as if it was there in front of you. It's magical. Because you can see the world clearly while wearing Vision Pro, you remain present in your space and connected to others. And it's easy to interact with the world around you. So with Apple Vision Pro, you can create your perfect setup for whatever you're doing and multitask with ease. You can review your to-do list in Notes, research your next trip in Safari, and discuss plans with friends in Messages, all while listening to your favorite playlist in Apple Music. Use the virtual keyboard or dictation to type. With Vision Pro, you have the right to do it all. Vision Pro also works seamlessly with familiar Bluetooth accessories like Magic Trackpad and Magic Keyboard.
Ah, yes. Now it's just a computer at this point.
Or working on a spreadsheet in Numbers.
No.
And
Not just use a laptop, because laptops don't have 3 monitors. Think about it. Look at how small that laptop is. He's about to open that fucking laptop.
you can even bring your Mac wirelessly into Apple Vision Pro.
He's
just
about to
by
fucking
looking at
open it.
Place your Mac
Whoa!
and expand it, giving you an enormous, private, and portable 4K display. Vision
See?
Pro
It's
is engineered
huge.
to let you use your Mac seamlessly within your ideal workspace. So you can dial in the White Sands environment and use other apps in Vision Pro side by side with your Mac. This powerful combination of capabilities makes Apple Vision Pro perfect for the office or for when you're working remote.
Which no company allows for anymore. Come into the office, everybody. COVID's
Vision
over.
Pro is great when you're traveling. It makes it easy to stay connected and collaborate with colleagues. For example, you can collaborate
Hello,
remotely
gamers.
with
Here
your
is
team
my
on the same
presentation.
document. And of course, Apple Vision Pro has an amazing FaceTime experience. FaceTime now becomes spatial, taking advantage of the room around you.
What does that
You
mean?
can join a group call and see everyone life-size.
But what do I look
People
like?
join,
Oh!
simply expands. With spatial audio built right into
What do they
Vision Pro,
see?
you hear each person's voice coming from the location of their tile, making group conversations easier and more natural. And within FaceTime,
Oh my god, I'm so pissed off that they're not showing what they look
use
like.
them together with SharePlay. And you continue to see everyone in large video tiles while sharing an app. This is powerful for so many activities, like reviewing a presentation, sharing photos and
Another
videos,
big thing with
or
this AR stuff is that it looks very presentable in like these very clean, like movie studio sets, but in like a real house, like that people like live in, AR doesn't work quite as well.
movie together. FaceTime on Vision Pro works seamlessly with other Apple devices.
So that's like another hurdle they're gonna have to
iPhone,
overcome.
iPad, and Mac, so everyone can join in. For work, Apple Vision Pro gives you powerful ways to connect with others and the freedom to create the ultimate workspace for whatever you want to do, wherever you are. To tell you about how Vision Pro transforms experiences at home, here's N.
From Pokemon?
Apple Vision Pro brings the power of
Oh,
space computing
shit.
to so many of the things you do at home. It redefines how you can relive precious moments in time because you can capture and experience photos and videos in magical new ways. Select a photo and watch as the room dims around you. Your library of photos and videos looks incredible on Vision Pro, with brilliant color.
Wait, you could
and
take pictures on Vision
spectacular
Pro?
detail. Make it as big as your room, or zoom in.
If you can take pictures of it, it's like that fucking Rick and Morty bit. I am not staring at you. I am just taking your picture.
You feel even closer to that moment. And panoramas are stunning. In Vision Pro, every panorama you've ever taken on your iPhone now expands and wraps around you life-size. You feel like you're
Crazy.
standing right where you took them. Because of the powerful capabilities of Vision Pro, we were able to go even further, adding a new dimension to photos and videos. Vision Pro is Apple's first 3D camera. It lets you capture and relive your memories in 3D with
What's that
spatial
mean?
audio. It's magical and impossible to fully appreciate on a two-dimensional screen.
How did he get the video this still? The video is so still. How do you do that if it's attached to his head?
It lets you feel like you're right back in a moment in time. Imagine being able to relive a special moment from your daughter's birthday. The incredible depth of this spatial video makes it feel like you can peer into that memory. It's easy to capture a spatial photo or video with just
Is this why this shit is $3,000? Because I can take 3D video? How much are 3D video cameras?
the press of a button. And eyesight makes
Click
it
snap.
to those around you when you are capturing.
Oh, when I'm in blinky mode, that means I'm capturing a video. That means I'm invading your privacy.
Video of a fun moment with your kids, to share it with your family, or to experience all over again for years to come. Spatial
Alone.
photos and videos bring you
Look how
closer
lonely this
than
man
ever
is in
to
his
the
big
moments
ass
and people
empty
you
house.
care about. Apple Vision Pro also delivers an extraordinary entertainment experience. We
Look at
love
how
watching
lonely
a
this
great
woman
movie
is.
in a dark theater with incredible sound. Vision Pro lets you have this and so much more with a spatial cinema that transforms any space, like this apartment.
She's got a better
You have a
house,
gorgeous
though.
screen
She's got a better
just
living space than
the
that first
perfect
woman.
size. Vision Pro automatically dims the surrounding light, casts a beautiful glow into your space, and surrounds you with spatial audio.
What movie is this, hello?
And for a super cinematic experience, open an environment like Mount Hood to scale your screen beyond the dimensions of your room, so it feels 100 feet wide, giving you the most majestic viewing experience ever. And with the cinema environment, turn any room into your own personal movie theater. This environment lets
Yo
you
ho.
focus fully on the movie and is built to give you a fantastic viewing experience that you can take anywhere, like on an airplane. Use your
No.
and dial in the environment. And
You know what? I honestly would. I might. I mean, I've worn, eye masks on planes. What's the difference?
movie while the
It's
seats
just a cool
sound
techie eye
around you
mask.
disappear. It's amazing. And of course, your favorite movies and TV shows from Apple TV Plus and other content services will be available on Vision Pro.
Like
This
Spirited?
amazing cinematic experience
I better get a free
beyond
Apple
two
TV
dimensions.
Plus
You can
subscription.
watch 3D movies as well.
Lifetime.
In Vision Pro, 3D movies
Yo!
and crisp motion. Although impossible to see on a 2D screen, it feels as if you are looking right into the movie itself. There is no other device in the world
3D movies in
that can
VR do
deliver
kinda
this
go
quality
crazy.
of 3D movie experience. And beyond video, you can experience interactive storytelling in amazing new ways. Like with Encounter with Dinosaurs, where you can look back into a prehistoric time, seeing dinosaurs interact right in
Oh
front of
shit,
you
they're in my room.
3D with spatial audio. In addition to watching movies, you can play your favorite Apple arcade games, like NBA 2K23 on a screen as large as you want, with incredible audio
About
and
Smash
game
Brothers.
controller support.
Yo!
100 arcade titles available for you to play on day one. This is just the start of how gaming will evolve on Vision Pro.
Yo, gaming?
Whether watching
Now
a
I'm listening.
finale, 3D movie, or immersive video, Vision Pro is the best way to enjoy your favorite entertainment. And with spatial photos and videos, you can capture and relive cherished moments in magical new ways. Now, back to Tim.
Apple Vision
Hi,
Pro
Tim.
will change the way we communicate, collaborate, work, and enjoy entertainment. And the Walt Disney Company is the world's leader in
And this is what I'm saying. This is how they get the casual consumer. They put Disney on it. I can have Mickey Mouse in my room.
Bob Iger, CEO of Disney.
Here he comes. Hello, I'm back, everybody. I'm wearing jeans.
To be here with you for this momentous event. As the Walt Disney Company celebrates our 100th anniversary,
What the fuck?
we're proudly reflecting on our rich legacy of innovation and storytelling, while also looking to our future with enthusiasm and optimism. We're constantly in search
What is
of new
this
ways
fit?
to entertain, inform, and inspire our fans by combining extraordinary creativity with groundbreaking technology to create truly remarkable experiences. And we believe Apple Vision Pro is a revolutionary platform that can make our vision a reality. The first time I tried Apple Vision Pro, the thing that struck me the most was how it will allow us to create deeply personal experiences that bring our fans closer to the characters they love and more deeply immersed in our stories. This platform...
That shit exists. It's called Disney World. You can't get any more close to the characters and worlds than that. You already did that. Disney World is real.
will allow us to bring Disney to our fans in ways that were previously impossible. We're tremendously excited to give you a sneak peek of just some of the things...
I saw the Millennium Falcon in real life. It was right above my head. It was real. It was making noises and smells. It was incredible.
things that we've been dreaming up. So take a look.
What if all the things that we thought were impossible were suddenly possible? You could experience your favorite stories.
Not Mandalorian Season 3! No! In VR, no!
Or in unbelievable places. You could do more than just watch sports.
Oh, fuck.
You could be at the game.
Oh, Madden.
Without leaving your home. Or be part of the action.
No, this isn't real. Honestly, it might be real. Some of the tech that's in sports nowadays, this might be real.
What if you could travel on a National Geographic adventure from your couch? Or if your imaginary friends...
Oh, there he is. He's real.
...weren't quite so... imaginary.
He's on my sofa. No.
What if you could bring Disney World into your world? And what if you could become a superhero and seek the answer to the ultimate question? What if...
Mickey, don't leave me. Mickey!
Space. Time. Reality. It's more than a linear path. It's a prism of endless possibilities. Imperceptible to most, but not to you.
They hit them all. They hit everything. They got their sports, they got their National Geographic, they got their Disney.
We're so proud.
They got Star Wars, Marvel. They got it all in there.
Storytelling company in the world with the most innovative technology company in the world to bring you real-life magic. And I'm excited to announce that Disney Plus will be available on day one. These are just a few of the ways we can bring Disney into your world with Apple Vision Pro. And we're looking forward to sharing more.
But are you actually gonna?
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you, Bob. We are excited to work together to see all of the amazing things Disney will do with the capabilities of Apple Vision Pro.
And now, Hideo
These
Kojima.
groundbreaking innovations require
Hello, everybody.
remarkable breakthroughs
We're here to announce
in
Death
design and
Stranding for the
technology.
Apple
To tell you
thing
about
for
the
whatever
incredible new
reason.
design of Vision Pro, here's Richard.
So can you even game on this? They haven't. They said like you can game on this, but can you VR game on this? They haven't really mentioned that yet. Like, can I go into VR chat on this?
It's not often we get the chance to define an entirely new category, to establish the principles that will influence the design for years to come. Apple Vision Pro is the result of decades of our collective experience designing high-performance products like Mac, mobile products like iPhone, and wearable products like Apple Watch. All that learning has culminated in the most ambitious product we've ever created. To achieve our goals of performance, mobility,
Looks
and
ugly as shit. Maybe it's comfortable though. Maybe it's like the mad comfortable.
materials possible. The entire front of the product
For
is a
3,000
single
bones,
piece
it better
of
be.
three-dimensionally formed and laminated glass. It's polished to an optical surface, allowing it to act as a lens for eyesight and a wide array of cameras and sensors that need to have a view of the world. The glass flows seamlessly into a lightweight frame that houses a button to capture spatial photos and video, and a digital crown that summons the home view and rotates to control
I'm in the
emotions
home
and
view.
environments. It's machined from a custom aluminum alloy that gently curves to wrap around your face. This frame completes the form and is the primary structural element of Vision Pro, holding and protecting the components inside.
Okay, there is IPD adjustment. Thank fucking God.
Form encapsulates an extraordinary amount of technology. Displays, cameras, sensors, and even a high-performance computer, all kept cool by an efficient thermal design that quietly draws air through the system. In contrast to the high-precision front of the product, we created a rich combination of soft, textile parts that provide comfort and wearability. We studied thousands of heads to get a detailed understanding of the huge variation
Thousands of them.
in cheek width,
Heads,
face
get in a line.
and head shape. This led us to design a modular system that allows us to tailor the product to fit you perfectly. The light seal comes in a range of different shapes and sizes and flexes to conform to your face, delivering a really precise fit. Extending from the frame are flexible straps that conform to the head, ensuring the audio pods remain close to your ears. They deliver rich, spatial audio while keeping you aware of your surroundings. The headband is 3D knitted as a single piece.
I do
to
like me
create
a built-in
uniform
audio.
structure that provides cushioning, breathability, and stretch. The band attaches with a simple and secure mechanism, allowing you to change.
No top of the head strap is interesting. I know the big screen VR is an issue that they've had to address. Is that there's no top of the head strap, so like if you're doing something a bit more intensive like a Beat Saber, the VR headset starts to drift downwards.
Different size or even a different kind of band. An easy-to-reach adjustment dial helps you secure the device comfortably and enables micro adjustments.
But maybe you're not meant to do that on this or
For
whatever.
those who wear glasses, we teamed up with Zeiss to create custom optical inserts that magnetically attach to the lenses.
Love that.
They accommodate a huge range of vision correction without compromising display performance or eye tracking accuracy.
Magnets
Vision
right up all in my
supports
eyes.
all-day use when plugged in.
Give
and
it
up
to me.
2 hours of use with the external high-performance battery.
Go back.
Or eye tracking accuracy.
What's the battery
Vision
life?
Pro supports all-day use when plugged in and up to 2 hours of use with the external high-performance battery.
Plugged into what?
Display performance or eye tracking accuracy. Vision Pro supports all-day use when plugged in.
To like a wall? Wait, what? To like a wall? So this is not wireless like at all. So you need it either plugged into a wall or plugged into the battery pack, and the battery pack only lasts 2 hours. 2 hours? That's not even a movie. You can't even watch a movie on that. You have to be plugged into a wall. Ooh, that sucks. Ooh, that sucks. Wow. 2 whole hours.
Up to 2 hours of use with the external high-performance battery. A separate battery means that you don't wear that weight on your head. The soft aluminum form slips easily into your pocket and connects via a supple woven cable. So that's the design of Vision Pro, our first ever wearable spatial computer. An incredibly...
I guess one part of it being a separate battery is that they could innovate on that over time. Maybe? You know, like in a few years they could come out with a battery pack that lasts longer, and you won't have to buy a whole nother Vision Pro, or I don't fucking know.
Capable and powerful tool that blends digital content with your world. To tell you about the technology we developed to enable these extraordinary experiences, here's Mike.
Yeah, you're already paying so fucking much, dude.
Creating our first spatial computer required invention across...
Having any downsides is gonna make that, like, price a whole lot harder to swallow than it already is. Like, 2 hours? You kidding me?
Every facet of the system. Apple Vision Pro needed to deliver huge amounts of compute performance in a compact wearable form factor. It needed an advanced real-time sensor system as well as incredibly convincing spatial audio. And of course, technological breakthroughs in displays. Your eyes see the world with incredible resolution and color fidelity. To give your eyes what they need, we had to invent a display system with a huge number of pixels, but in a small form factor. A display where the pixels would disappear.
4K, 4K, 4K.
Image. It starts with a micro OLED Apple Silicon backplane that fits 64 pixels in the space of a single iPhone pixel.
I don't know what that
They're
means.
Just 7.5 microns wide. Combined, Vision Pro has 23 million pixels across 2 panels.
Whoa!
The size of a postage stamp. That's more pixels than a 4K TV for each eye.
Jesus Christ.
To magnify these panels and wrap them around you, a sophisticated lens solution was needed. We designed a custom 3-element lens with incredible sharpness and clarity. The result is a display that's everywhere you look, delivering jaw-dropping experiences that are simply not possible.
So is there no...
It enables video to be rendered at true 4K resolution with wide...
I mean, I'd love to wear this. I'd love to, like, try it out. If I could go to, like, a press show and, like, wear it, I'd like that. I really would like that. But I'm not $3,500 interested in wearing it. Also, Apple product, so I don't get all the cool stuff that I enjoy.
Color and high dynamic range, all at massive scale. And fine text looks super sharp from any angle. This is critical for browsing the web, reading messages, and writing emails. Now let's talk about audio. What you hear is critical to how you perceive the world.
True.
You wanted sound to feel like it was coming from the space around you, blending with the real world. So Vision Pro features an entirely new spatial audio system. Personalized sound is delivered through the integrated dual driver audio pods, allowing us to create ambient spatial audio, where your brain is totally convinced that sounds are coming from the environment around you. Beyond personalizing sound to you, Vision Pro matches the sound to your room.
Just walk around and see the new games, yeah.
Of your space, using a technique called audio ray tracing. Precisely matching sound to your room is just one example of how Vision Pro makes use of
Did they say audio ray tracing? Oh my god. What are these words I'm hearing?
Enables precise head and hand tracking, performs real-time 3D mapping, and more. A high-performance eye tracking system uses high-speed cameras and a ring of LEDs that project invisible light patterns onto the eyes for responsive, intuitive input. It's so precise, it completely frees up your hands from needing
It will
clumsy
kill you.
hardware controllers.
It's
Processing
that
all the
precise.
information from these sensors while simultaneously delivering
We are
an
coming for you.
ultra-high-resolution experience requires a system with massive sustained computational power. It also has to remain cool and quiet. At the foundation of this
True.
system is Apple Silicon in a unique dual-chip design. It starts with the Apple M2 chip. It delivers phenomenal compute performance while allowing Vision Pro to maintain a comfortable temperature and run virtually silent. Running in parallel is a brand new chip called R1.
Whoa.
This specialized chip was designed specifically for the challenging task of real-time sensor processing. It processes input from 12 cameras, 5 sensors, and 6 microphones.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
In other head-worn systems, latency between sensors and displays can contribute to motion discomfort. R1 virtually eliminates lag, streaming new images to
No
displays
way.
within 12 milliseconds. That's
Keep
8
saying
times
virtually. Like, it virtually does this. Like, but does that mean it does it literally? Is there literally no lag?
faster than the blink of an eye. So while M2 ensures that Apple Vision Pro delivers incredible standalone performance, R1 ensures that experiences feel like they're taking place right in front of your eyes. We also thought hard about how others can interact with you while wearing Vision Pro. EyeSight utilizes a unique curved OLED panel with a lenticular lens.
You didn't need to do this. Maybe work on this some more, because it looks terrible.
The result is a 3D display that makes the device look transparent. For digital communication like FaceTime, Vision Pro goes beyond conveying just your eyes and creates an authentic representation of you. This was one of the most difficult challenges we faced in building Apple Vision Pro. There's no video conferencing camera.
Am I gonna fucking show up to the FaceTime looking like the wall dude from the Power Rangers movie?
Looking at you. And even if there were, you're wearing something over your eyes. Using our most advanced machine learning techniques, we created a novel solution. After a quick enrollment process using
No. No. Look at how happy he is to be put into the system.
Vision Pro, the system uses an advanced encoder-decoder neural network to create your digital persona. This network was...
You know, like, I can say, like, oh no, Big Brother and stuff, but, like, I've done this already. People have done this in basketball games, and I've done this because I've traveled to different countries, you know? Like, they've already got my face. It's over for me.
First group of thousands of individuals. It delivers a natural representation which dynamically matches your facial and hand movement.
I'm doing well, thank you.
With your persona, you can communicate with over 1 billion FaceTime-capable devices. When viewed by someone in another Vision Pro, your persona...
Terrifying. No. I would prefer to show up as me with the visor on.
has volume
or as my VR chat avatar.
Depth, not possible in traditional...
It looks like a bad deepfake. It really does. It looks... That's bad. Yeah, let me, like, pick an avatar. Don't let me come into the FaceTime as me. Like a weird... Like, honestly, like, the meta avatars would be better than that.
Powerful operating system called Vision OS. It's built on the foundation of the decades of engineering innovation.
If I scan Sephiroth, can I be him? Yo!
To that foundation, we added a host of new capabilities to support the low latency requirements of spatial computing, such as a new real-time execution engine that guarantees performance-critical workloads, a dynamically foveated rendering pipeline that delivers maximum image quality to exactly where your eyes are looking for every single frame, a first-of-its-kind multi-app 3D engine that allows different apps to run simultaneously in the same simulation, and importantly, the existing application frameworks were extended to natively support spatial experiences. Vision OS is the first operating system designed from the ground up for spatial computing. All of the incredible innovations in Vision Pro make it truly a one-of-a-kind device. There's simply nothing else like it. Apple Vision Pro is more than just a new product. It's the start of an entirely new platform. To tell you more about what this means for developers, here's Susan.
Developers, 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 developers! And this year, Paul?
We've been preparing for this day for years, and we're really excited about the possibilities Vision Pro opens up for developers. Vision Pro lets developers reimagine existing apps and create brand new ones. Spatial experiences can take many forms and can include 3D objects that look and feel real. We've given a few developers
They
an
feel
early look at
real?
Vision Pro to see what they could do, and they created some apps that are truly incredible. Complete Heart X creates an interactive 3D beating heart, giving students a whole new perspective on the body's most important function.
Ooh.
JigSpace lets designers collaborate to review
Oh.
a concept like the design of the Alfa Romeo F1 car.
Nice.
And businesses can use stages from PTC to review and approve a new production line
Very
before
cool.
manufacturing begins. Mix your favorite tracks with DJ with a reimagined spatial interface. And with SkyGuide, you are transported into your own personal planetarium with views you can't see with the naked eye. And Vision
What
Pro
was that? Was that the Resident Evil 6 giraffe blowjob?
for
What was that?
transported into your own personal planetarium with views you can't see with the naked eye.
No. No, what is that? No. What have you done?
And Vision Pro is amazing for everyday productivity too. Microsoft apps like Excel, Word, and Teams make full use of the expansive canvas and sharp text rendering of Vision Pro. And popular video conferencing apps can leverage your digital persona to make collaborating easy on this device. And of course, our developer tools have been built with Vision Pro in mind. Developers can use familiar tools and frameworks like Xcode, SwiftUI, RealityKit, and ARKit to make new apps for Vision Pro. And to streamline the preparation of 3D content.
Can I develop stuff in Vision Pro?
Reality Composer Pro.
Whoa.
Which makes it easy to assemble complex scenes with realistic objects. The same frameworks available in iPadOS and iOS are also included in VisionOS. This means hundreds of thousands.
Candy Crush! Let's go! Let's go! We did it! We did it, everybody! It's in VR!
iPhone apps will be available on Vision Pro at launch. So you can use apps like Adobe Lightroom on a massive screen and easily control these apps with just your eyes and hands. We know there is a community of developers who have been building incredible 3D apps for years. And today, we are excited to share that we
And to Mario Kart.
Unity.
Oh,
to bring
shit.
those apps to Vision Pro. So popular Unity-based games and apps can gain full access to VisionOS features, such as pass-through, high-resolution rendering, and native gestures. And because these Unity apps are running natively on Apple Vision Pro, they can sit side by side, rendered simultaneously with
Send
other
ukulele.
VisionOS apps. And Apple Vision Pro will have a brand new app store where users can discover and download all the apps built for VisionOS.
Ooh, that lag, hello?
compatible iPad and iPhone apps.
Oh, this was the
We'll
future.
hear more about our tools for developers and everything they need to kickstart development this afternoon in the Platform State of the Union. We can't wait to see what developers will do with this groundbreaking platform. Now, back to Mike.
Hi.
We've been building towards this moment for years. Our work together with Unity to deeply support their tools, combined with the world-class rendering of VisionOS and powerful displays, makes Apple Vision Pro an incredible platform for game developers. Our amazing developer and
Here he
app
comes.
ecosystem is one of the reasons people love their Apple products.
Everybody, lock in.
Another is the relentless focus we place on privacy and security. And that starts the moment you put on Apple Vision Pro, where it authenticates you with a secure yet effortless system called Optic ID.
This new system uses the uniqueness of your iris, which is distinct even with identical twins, to instantly unlock Vision Pro. Optic ID data is encrypted, never leaves your device, and like Face ID, is only accessible to the secure Enclave processor. Optic ID works seamlessly with features like Apple Pay, App Store purchase, and password autofill. We also engineered privacy into Vision Pro in some important ways. For example, where you look is very personal. It can give away something about what you're thinking. In Apple Vision Pro, where you look stays private. Eye input is isolated to a separate background process, so apps and websites can't see where you are looking. Only when you tap your fingers do results get communicated, just like a mouse click or tap on other Apple devices. And camera data is processed at the system level, so individual apps don't need to see your surroundings. You can enjoy the experiences in Vision Pro.
Not the Apple Lock.
World-class security and privacy features are right there with
I haven't.
So that's Apple Vision Pro. With the most advanced displays we've ever made, a revolutionary spatial audio system, 2 powerful Apple Silicon chips.
Did I miss the Spider-Verse talk? We did not even talk about it yet. I was planning on not talking about it. I was going to talk about it in the Discord instead. Just because I don't want to... I feel like I have to talk about spoilers, but I can't in here. So I was going to wait till later.
And a gorgeous design made from aerospace-grade alloys, Apple Vision Pro is the most advanced personal electronics device ever. In fact, there is so much invention in Vision Pro that we filed over 5,000 patents during its development.
Jesus!
It's hard to believe all the capabilities Vision Pro delivers are possible in a standalone spatial computer.
Yeah, I'll talk about it in the Discord later. We can have a conversation.
It lets you replace a desk full of monitors with infinite screen real estate, so you can be more productive than ever. It delivers stunning entertainment and personalized spatial audio. It provides powerful new ways to collaborate and stay connected. And for capturing and reliving memories, Vision Pro is simply in a class of its own. If you purchased a new state-of-the-art TV, surround sound system, powerful computer with multiple high-def...
You can throw them out the window, except don't do that because you're going to need the money. You probably just like sell them on eBay or whatever. You don't need them anymore. All you need is this one device that only you can use. Forget your family. They don't need to see what you're seeing. You don't even hang out with them. Just go watch Mandalorian in your man cave.
Displays, high-end camera, and more. You still would not have come close to what Vision Pro delivers. Apple Vision Pro starts at $34.99.
Ooh-wee. I mean, it is an all-in-one. It is an all, like, this is, like, everything. Like, I guess if I added up my computer, my 2 monitors, everything I own for all of them, my TV, my like, I guess it'd be about that same amount, if they're saying it all has that. Hi, Hannah. It starts? Yes, starts! At $3,500.
It will be available early next year on Apple.com.
Oh. I don't know why I assumed it was going to be like a Christmas item.
And at Apple retail stores in the US, with more countries coming later next year. WWDC provides the ideal time to share in-depth information about this incredible new platform with developers. And we will work.
You were playing Season? Yo, nice! How is it? It's so good so far? Awesome! That's the one with the lady on the bike, right?
To create new and innovative apps for the launch of Vision Pro and beyond. And the Apple Store was built for moments like this. You will be able to engage with our team to learn more about this new platform, get a demo, and personalize your fit for Vision Pro. We can't wait for...
I might get a demo. I might go to an Apple store to get a demo. I'm curious. I'm like genuinely curious what this is gonna look like. I'm not gonna buy it, because that's insane. It has scrapbooking? Yo. Yeah, I haven't seen much from it other than that like initial trailer. That's on your PS5, yeah?
Thank you, Mike, and thanks to all of our presenters. And a big thanks to everyone at Apple who made today possible. This has been a huge day. We introduced the all-new 15-inch MacBook Air, the world's best 15-inch notebook, as well as the two most powerful Macs we've ever made, Mac Studio and Mac Pro, all of them powered by Apple Silicon. And we showed you where we're taking our amazing software platforms, iOS, iPadOS, macOS.
I did not watch the rest of that.
And the software that powers
I'm only interested in the Vision Pro.
And of course, we announced Apple Vision Pro. There are certain products that shift the way we look at technology and the role it plays in our lives. We believe Apple Vision Pro is a revolutionary product with the performance, immersion, and capability that only Apple can deliver. Apple Vision Pro, together with Vision OS, introduces an entirely new spatial computing platform. A platform that presents incredible possibilities for our users and exciting new opportunities for our developers.
Yeah, did not mention metaverse or like crypto once, which I think is extremely smart. The bike has adaptive triggers when they're harder to push when you first start pedaling. That's really cool. That is really cool.
And this is just the beginning. We've made an ad for Apple Vision Pro, and
I gotta try that out.
Now.
When I come over. Oh, the montage. You gonna get that? What is the song? Oh no. Oh, he doesn't have a TV! Ah! How is he gonna invite anyone over to watch the game? He's gonna have to watch the game alone! What are you doing? Oh, bring it in. Was she packing her bag with her Google Apple goggles? Why is she packing? Wearing the Apple? That shit has 2 hours of battery life! Why are you using it now?
I miss you so much.
Oh shit. Couldn't you tell I was fully immersed, son? Can't you tell by the blue on my face? She's got YouTube and Subway Surfers in her vision while packing. Oh my god. The most annoyed human being. Honestly, same. Actually, me on a plane, just like, ugh. I'm going in. Time to get immersed. Why, wait, hold on. Go back. Hello? Why isn't it going? It's not working anymore. Yeah, why does she have these on if the thing has built-in audio? I guess it would leak out, maybe? Because she's on a plane? I guess it would make more sense to... Because the plane very loud, I guess. Oh shit, it's like I'm actually there.
Toast.
Toast. Toast. No! It's so weird looking! Oh my god, I hate it. I hate looking at the stupid, like, genuinely, like, just give me, like, funny cartoon eyes. You don't need to do... You don't need to do a weird video feed of your eyeballs.
I hope you're as excited about Apple Vision Pro as we are. You'll be hearing much more about it, as well as Vision OS and our other platforms throughout the conference. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great week and a great WWDC.
Bye! I'm Apple, baby. Do they have any demos? Did they do like a Apple Vision Pro demo? Any demos? I tried Apple Vision Pro for 45 minutes at WWDC 2023. Mind blown. Oh, there's a Verge one.
Apple just announced its long-rumored spatial reality headset. It's called the Vision Pro. It costs a whopping $3,500. We haven't gotten to try it yet, but we have gotten to see it here at the Steve Jobs Theater at Apple Park, its headquarters in Cupertino. This is by far the best-looking headset in this category. Apple's calling it spatial reality, but really it's mixed reality. It blends augmented reality, which is showing the world
Yeah, fuck their
around you,
stupid
with
terms.
virtual objects with full virtual reality. So think having a giant TV floating in front of you. The really distinct thing about this device, though, is this front-facing display. And what it can do is show your eyes as you're wearing the headset so that other people around you can see where you're looking in real space. This frankly has some creepy Black Mirror vibes to me initially, but it remains to be seen how
The first strand type device.
as this device rolls out. Apple
Nah,
is shipping
this is definitely not a strand type device.
till the beginning of next year, 2024, only in the US to start. So it's a long time before you're going to see this in the wild.
There's nowhere using this outside, you will get robbed. Oh yeah, absolutely. I don't know, no person should ever wear this outside.
They want you to think of it for FaceTime, entertainment, gaming, productivity, even mental well-being. And really, all this is going to be up to third-party app developers to eventually make experiences for this headset, which is why Apple announced it today at WWDC, its developer conference. So developers are going to get some time with this to experiment, and then starting early next year, you're going to start to see the thing shipping out. The headset is powered by this detachable battery pack that attaches with a cord and a magnet to the actual headset. It powers it for up to 2 hours on a single charge.
This shit will not be improving anyone's mental well-being. Yeah, exactly.
It's really showing how new this technology is. Apple has packed a
That's like
lot
one of the
of
first things they showed in the conference was someone getting their mental well-being checked.
Optics, display tech, and
It's like,
hardware
no.
testing. There are a bunch of cameras. It can scan your
It's
face
like, go
and
outside.
your eyes to recognize that it's you. When you initially put it on,
Please.
it scans your face so that it can then show
Without the headset. Without the headset. No! Ah, they took the fucking headset.
while you're wearing it. So Apple's also envisioning this for collaboration, for working together, but across the world potentially. And that's been the real promise of this category for a long time, is that companies like Meta have been saying, we see these headsets as a way to feel more present with people even when they're far away or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Apple is characteristically a little late to this market. It's really been Facebook, a la Meta, out there for a long time with its Quest headset. It just announced the Quest 3 recently to preempt this Apple Vision Pro announcement. But Apple's coming
Yeah, the Quest 3 doesn't look like that big of a jump as well.
Quest 3 coming out later this year at around $500. Apple talked multiple times about people wearing this thing on airplanes. So I guess in the future you may see people in your rows next to you with their eyes peeking through this display, watching a movie or Ted Lasso or something like that. Remains to be seen. That's going to be an interesting.
Everyone's talking about that
social
Ted Lasso.
evolution, one could say, for a product like this. But Apple sees this for entertainment as well as productivity. And for people with glasses, Apple has developed this proprietary prescription lens system that clips on the inside of the headset. I haven't gotten to try it yet, but it's the only way you can use the headset with your prescription because it's so snug on your face that you can't wear it with glasses. Which is
Okay.
also something different from how Meta and all the other headsets have worked today. You know, Apple is Apple. They know how to design beautiful hardware. And for a headset, this is by far the best looking one I've seen. I'm not surprised that it costs this much money. It has all these really fancy materials behind it and technology. That said, it remains to be seen whether something that looks good and costs this much is something people are actually going to want to buy in the year 2024 when it actually ships, especially when Meta is coming in with the Quest 3 later this year at just $500. It's interesting to see Apple come in at the high end. They do this traditionally in technology. They did it with the iPhone. They did it with the original Mac. They did it with the iPad. And eventually they bring the cost down, and Apple is already working on a cheaper version of this Vision headset for an undetermined date. So eventually they're going to be competing on price, but for right now, this is a device for the early adopters.
I mean, I still don't think I'm ever gonna get it, just because lol Apple device. I would like side loading, please. I would like to be able to side load. I would like to be able to play non-Apple games and use non-Apple software. I saw one of like someone who actually got to wear it. Apparently, is this real? He said he got to try it, but I don't see anyone else saying they got to try it. But what if Help Wanted 2 comes out on it? There's no controller, so it's probably gonna be bad.
Now that's a greedy. That's a greedy. I can tell you, I have not been compromised in any way. I mean, it's always an amazing time when Apple releases a new product, but the Apple Vision Pro is the truth. The technology is there. My mind is blown. I've never experienced anything like it, and this is one of those products that you have to experience for yourself for you to believe what I'm saying, but I'm giddy. So what I'm gonna do is I have my phone here and at least some notes because there's so many things they showed me, but I really wanna talk about just everything I experienced with the Apple Vision Pro. And it's hard for me to ever say, hey, spend $3,500 on a product, but for those of you in the comments that are just immediately saying, it's not worth it, is buying $3,000 of sneakers worth it? Maybe for some people.
That's a very different... That's a very different ball house.
Maybe for not, it just all comes down to how you spend your money. So let's just get into it. Sorry, my brain is all over the place. I just got out. Let's talk about this. So the first thing they did is they had us go over to this new, kind of basically made a building that they made specifically to show off these demos off an Apple Park, kind of basketball courts. It was like a big white square, and then they wouldn't let us shoot inside there either, but I got a nice external shot. But inside, the first step I did is to get me set up or to get me kind of onboarded. I did two things. I did a face scan, just kind of like almost similar to a Face ID scan where you turn your head around and that green halo shows off when it gets all the angles. That was to help with sizing for the different, kind of like, I can't remember what they called the
IPD?
But the light.
So it adjusts your IPDs with the face scan?
That was to kind of scan my overall face size. Then they also
That's weird.
did a spatial audio scan where you turn your ear left, you turn your ear to the right, just so they can get an idea of the shape of your ear to optimize this for spatial audio. So that was the first thing. Then after that, we went finally to a demo room. It was just me, 2 Apple reps, and the headset. And like, when you see something like this, when you've seen all the VR headsets that are out there today, the ID, the design, and actually being able to feel it and touch it, it was incredible. It just weighs at just a little over 1 pound. They have different modular straps. So we've seen in some of the earlier shots when I got to see it on the show floor before I experienced it, you have that kind of material, that kind of flexible material that wraps. You can adjust it with the dial. That was there, but they also had like an additional head strap to tie in, and that made a difference just for distributing the weight a little better for myself. But they made it sound like there will be some different offerings and sizings for that to make it really comfortable. Now, before I get into this, I wanted to kind of point out before this, there's a few things that Apple, for me, needed to hit for me to walk away going like, holy this is amazing. First of all, the best fidelity I've ever seen in a headset. I was hoping to see that going into it. The most comfortable and lightest headset that I felt because the battery pack is external. New experiences and unique experiences that you can't get anywhere else. And so those are kind of the 3 pillars.
Yeah, those are the 3 things
that I wanted to see, and an easy to use OS and software. So let's start off with, they showed me a Photos app, and I'm gonna say using this device, it is so freaking natural. Yes, you use your speech, you use hand gestures, and you use your eyes. We set it up with eye motion tracking. If you're similar to the PS VR2, they have an eye tracking system. What's different here is like, it's the Apple aesthetic, it's super clean. As you look around and pause on these dots to track your eyes, they're different colors. It's almost kind of like Zen-like. And so that was really
Oh,
nice.
my
And
mental
also,
health.
we use our hand
They're
gestures.
thinking
Most
about
of
it.
is literally
Very, very
to select
cool.
things, you just pinch, but you don't have to like deliberately pinch in a specific spot from your face. I was like chilling on this couch. I was pinching down low. I was pinching up high. I was pinching left. I was pinching right. I didn't want to think about it to see if it worked. And the UI and interface and how it communicates is so good. I was like, this is something that my mama could pick up in 5 minutes if she was doing virtual reality. And then just by scrolling, you pinch, you move left or right, you pinch, you scroll up and down. It is smooth like butter. Also, overall, just gazing at objects and then just doing a little pinch to select it. It was really, really good. I think the biggest thing is at the top, if you kind of look off at the very top border, it pulls up things like your notifications and a control center-like interface. They didn't want to get into it too much, but I did find that maybe when I calibrated the eyes, this is a pre-production model, maybe I didn't gaze high enough at the height because sometimes that would come up, but it wasn't a big thing. It wasn't like something that killed the experience, but the way it feels, the UI is...
Got some negatives in there. Uh-oh.
I will say it is a little over
$3,500, bros. What happened?
Over time, this is not a super, super light headset, but you will feel the weight, and over time they told me to, hey, adjust the head strap on top, get a little tighter to distribute the weight better. That did help, but I got to experience it maybe for like 30, 40 minutes. I don't know if I could really comfortably watch a 2-hour movie in it yet.
Uh-oh.
I'm just not sure if I can do that or not. Interacting with it, I was just laughing. I'm like, this is stupid. And they were like, hey, we're just starting. And I just kept on saying, this is f***ing stupid. It was incredible. So we got to check out the photo apps where it showed kind of like different highlights or moments. And when I'd gaze, a photo would kind of like lighten up a little bit. Just like, I think it needs to be a little more deliberate, but when you stare at photos, where you gazed at, it would show up and then you just pinch to select it. You got to look at photos. I got to scroll around with my finger. I got to pinch in to blow them up. And I think the other really amazing thing here is the ability to take photos and videos using with the headset on. I don't know if I'm going to like just walk around the home and do it, but now that I saw what they look like, the 3D nature, the immersive nature, it's pretty compelling.
Scanning.
Pets or kids or things of that nature. It's amazing. They didn't tell me the resolution of what the actual picture or video was, but it was more like a square size, and it faded off to the edges. But that you could see multiple layers of depth, and it looked incredible. So the photos gallery, that was a cool, cool experience. You got to play with spatial photos and videos. Where I talk about the 3D one. If we're talking about multitasking, this was being able to like experience different apps at the same time. I've worked with certain apps that did like a spatial workspace, and again, the clarity and the I didn't need to talk about this more, but the clarity and the fidelity of this headset is unlike anything you've seen before. They talk about 23 million pixels, 4K resolution each eye. You have never seen anything as clean.
Yeah, 4K resolution each eye is nuts. I'd be very interested to try it just to like see that, and see what that looks like, and see the pass-through. Like pass-through on the headsets I've tried is typically not great. I mean, it's cool that like on the Quest 2 I can just like, double tap my headset and I can see my surroundings somewhat. It's grayscale and it's a bit weird looking. It's not fully synced up, so you get a little motion sick, but like it's neat. But like, if this seems like it's gonna be like a fully pass-through device, and so I'm curious how that's gonna work.
They want to show up, but this was all about the experiences. Multitasking, Safari browser. I ran like messages, and then just by learning how to gaze, pinch to select, and then pinch and hold to scroll up and down. I told you, I sound like a fanboy. I swear I'm not. This was just something I'd never experienced before. Just how smooth and buttered it is. They also had environment. So this was like, transporting yourself to places like Mount Hood, or I think Iceland was another. Just kind of this great wraparound environment that you see. Felt immersive, really cool. Again, there's going to be a lot of experiences here, but I'm going to make sure I talk about everyone, so just that you understand like how you feel, but the digital crown also lets you control your level of immersion, so how much, it starts maybe here, and as you expand it, it's kind of soft and fade on the edges. It goes over to your peripherals, wraps around. It's nice. I mean, I'm not gonna use that all the time, but it was nice. You got mindfulness, which is like a 1-minute meditation demo, and the visuals and the voice of Jessica. Like I recognize her right away. She's one of the Apple Fitness, I think it's like the yoga or stretching channels that I do. And these cool, like kind of like.
All right, so this is more or less just going over what they talked about, but he's just like, it's real, it's actually happening. Interesting. Yeah, that's another thing, right? I was thinking about that too. With yeah, 2 years, baby. What, you can't afford a new Vision Pro every 2 years? Come on. Come on. Oh, a lot more people have tried it. CNET has tried it. Oh, Linus Tech Tips.
Apple just demolished the competition, at least if you ignore the price. Not only is the Vision Pro looking basically revolutionary when it comes to headsets, but the new M2 Ultra chip in the new Mac could be equally promising, at least if its raw size is any indication. 24-core
Did you get to try it?
76-core GPU, not to mention a 32-core neural engine. I mean, how on earth are they accomplishing all of this in a single chip? How have they managed to do this without the price for the Mac Pro skyrocketing? And how are they justifying...
How much is that? Is that their computer?
To do this without the price for the Mac Pro skyrocketing?
Oh my god!
And how are they justifying the apparent lack of support for add-in GPUs and confirmed lack of support for memory upgrades?
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, did I mention that it's not all good news? Naturally, we've ordered one of each anyway, so we're going to be giving you guys the full rundown once they arrive, which is why I need this segue to our sponsor, The Ridge. Father's Day is coming up, and Ridge has you covered with one of their
classic
wearable piece of consumer tech ever? Maybe. It's basically a wearable computer, and while Apple has been vague about a lot of things, they never mentioned Meta or the metaverse once, and they didn't really show off any VR games, so we don't know if we can call it a VR headset. What we do know is that it's Apple's first product capable of what they're calling spatial computing. Wait. Isn't that just a fancy way to say augmented reality or
Yeah.
AR? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is. And with the utterly mind...
But I think it works. I think that's very smart wording in order to, like, get in, like, non-tech savvy people. Just it's spatial computing. And everyone goes, oh, okay, okay.
$3,500 US. Apple has got an uphill battle ahead of them justifying this thing. But then again, maybe you'd be a fool not to buy one. According to Apple, it can replace your TV, your monitors, and even your sound system.
It can't, though. It can't, because it's a single person device. I mean, I guess if you live alone and never plan on making any human connections. Sure. Sell your TV. Fuck it. Sell your computer. But, like, if you do plan on having someone over, or, like, throwing, like, a party, you're gonna want a TV. If you're gonna, like, watch a movie, or, like, watch the big game, or another sporting event, or the finale of American Idol, like, how are you gonna do that together? Can it project a screen to everyone else? Clearly the target audience is lonely people. It feels like it's gotta be, but it showed like people it showed some people with families, and he stuck his tongue out and he went, toast time! So I don't know.
That is quite the claim. But hold on to your keyboards, haters, because they might not be that far off the mark. at least if you live alone. First,
Yeah.
it contains
Exactly.
Apple's first 3D camera for capturing spatial photos and videos, dual driver audio pods that can use audio ray tracing for spatial audio, an outward display that reveals your eyes through the already impressive internal display, which is a micro OLED with 23 million pixels.
Sheesh.
What? It also contains a ton of sensors to keep track of not only your eyes, you can supposedly select icons and objects just by looking at them, but your head, your hands, and your environment with precise tracking and real-time 3D mapping. Plus, did I mention that you can look into the headset and have it scan your face into a digital persona? Looks like Meta's cartoony avatars are even more DOA than they were already. To do all of this, Apple needed both an onboard M2 processor that's running computing-related tasks through Vision OS, that's Apple's new AR operating system, and they needed their new R1 chip, which is dedicated to all the cameras, sensors, and microphones that make the headset work in virtually real time. Apple's claiming that you are going to experience only
I need
12
Digital Foundry to explain the audio ray
milliseconds
tracing. What does that even mean? I have no idea,
True
dude.
would mean that the experience should feel basically instantaneous. When they're boasting the ability to recreate the world around you in real time using LiDAR scanning and true depth cameras from the headset you're wearing while it supposedly runs cool and quiet, man, even at that price point, and with the fact that you have to have a tether running to a pack, I'm pretty blown away. And while I still think it's worth noting that you can get a great computer and a monitor and even a basic VR headset for less than $3,000, considering the cost of Apple's other devices with M2 family chips, it's actually kind of compelling to enthusiasts who might have bought an XDR Pro display anyway. And it's doing all of this wirelessly with about 2 hours of battery life with support for hundreds of thousands of apps on day one. Insane. Almost as insane as the fact that we might be losing GPU support on the Mac desktop for good. I mean, don't worry, they say. The shiny new M2 Ultra chip has the power of 7 afterburner.
Whoa!
So
What?
who would want an RTX 4090 anyway? And besides, you know, you've got so many other things that you want to put in those 7 PCIe Gen 4 slots. Why a GPU? I mean, should we just be grateful that, unlike the new Mac Studio, it at least has PCIe expansion? Maybe. It also has a 20.
You cannot watch Oppenheimer on the Vision Pro.
Twice as fast as the previous gen 28-core Intel chip, and support
You will
8
die.
displays, all of which can stream 8K ProRes video. Now, they haven't outright stated that there will be zero support for dedicated graphics cards, but based on the lack of reference to them when directly talking about the versatility of PCIe expansion, and the fact that they acknowledged in the keynote very technical stuff, like the fact that you are locked into the up to 192 gigs of memory that you configure right from the get-go. No memory upgrades.
It's
not looking great.
it's not
Just
good.
like the price. Per usual, the top spec machine is going to cost you an arm and a leg with all the bells and whistles. So the better chip, max memory, and 8 terabytes of storage, you're looking at just under $12,000.
Oh, that's the computer? You can't upgrade the memory on the computer? Oh, no. What the fuck? I thought it was just the headset. I thought he was talking about the headset.
$1,000 per month for a year? Well, that's much better. But then you tack on a display, your add-in cards, maybe wheels for the case, and you're looking at even more than that. Even the base unit, which does at least have respectable hardware this time around, starts at $7,000. With that said, the old Mac Pro started.
Welcome to Mac.
$6,000
Is this
and
what
could
it's
skyrocket
like?
Even higher if you
How do
keep
people
adding
buy
them.
this
So,
stuff?
Considering all the inflation we've seen over the past 2 years, maybe it sounds pretty reasonable. We're not going to know for sure just how much better or worse it's going to be than having a few dedicated 4090s, but you can bet your butts that we're going to figure that out once ours arrives, so stay tuned. And I guess we're going to have some gaming comparisons too. They pushed Metal 3 support pretty heavily and even brought out Hideo Kojima to help influence developers to please jump on board and start porting games to Mac.
Oh, wait. Oh, I shouldn't have paused there. Wait, I thought Death Stranding was coming to Apple Vision Pro. It's just coming to Mac? Well, I'm bored.
New game porting toolkit, and
I can already play Death Stranding in real on a monitor. I wanted to play it in my immersive Apple Himalayas experience.
Guy doesn't mean that I want to sit on my computer and laugh at the Apple plebs for not being able to run many games outside of Minecraft and The Sims. This is a really good thing overall. I'm glad to see Apple treating gaming more seriously, and I hope to see developers porting more and more games in the years to come, especially if this new M2 Ultra GPU can push real FPS, and it's not.
Can you even fit Death Stranding on 100 gigabytes of memory?
Or a house down payment. They also announced the 15-inch MacBook Air, and at just 11.5 millimeters thick with a no-wedge design, they're claiming it's not only the world's thinnest 15-inch laptop, but also the world's best 15-inch laptop, despite it not actually being available for another week. It starts at $1,300, which is a lot of money, but only $200 more than the 13-inch, has a display with support for 1 billion colors that reaches 500 nits of brightness.
A billion colors? No way.
Huh, that last point. Quite a few folks here at LTT have actually switched to MacBooks just for their objectively superior battery life. And this seems like it's going to be, well, just more of a good thing. And Apple kept things rolling with a few OS updates for both macOS and iPadOS. We were all waiting for the big announcement at the end, and then they just kind of glossed over the usual iPadOS updates, like lock screen customizability, a new Notes app, that's supposedly great for PDFs, a new Health app, and last but not least, the ability to set multiple timers at once.
We truly live in an age of wonders.
That's right, Apple's finally giving the people what they want. It just took 3, 5, maybe 10 years. No big deal. As for macOS, it looks like the new update, Sonoma, is getting a bunch of features that were already present on iOS and iPadOS, like screensavers and widgets. You'll also no longer have to say hey first. You can just say her name.
Why do you need a screensaver on... I thought screensavers were over. Just turn it off. What? Just turn the screen off.
Feels a little rude, considering that our future AI overlords may remember the way we treated them. They talked a little bit about how Safari is the world's fastest browser, and we'll be getting profiles like we've already had with Google Chrome for a while now. It's kind of weird how Apple refuses to admit when someone else comes up with a good idea, then they just wait a few years, implement it, and then don't mention the competition at all. Kind of like how I've gone through this whole video without mentioning our sponsor.
Secret Lab. Secret Lab.
I thought they just mentioned Ridge wallets.
Today.
Oh, it's over. Okay. Get out of here. Thank you, Linus Tech Tips, for the information about how there's only like 200 gigabytes. Oh shit, there's a new game theory. Oh shit, and it's Five Nights at Freddy's. Alright, well, we gotta watch it. We're already in watching mode, I guess. Shit. Nuclear event? React Tuesdays? Yeah. I was probably gonna play more Zelda today, but now I don't know. I guess wrapping up my thoughts on this whole thing before we get into this game theory. It is interesting tech. It is also very easy to make fun of because the eye thing looks fucking ridiculous and the price is insane and it's an Apple product. So but it is interesting tech, and I would like to try it. You know, I might pull up it to an Apple store and give it a whirl and see all the cool 3D Safari go on albino black sheep and watch the Ultimate Showdown in AR. But yeah, I think, you know, I'm going to wait for, you know, the competition to pull up, because they will pull up. You know, once that non-Apple headset that does basically the same thing pulls up and is also cheaper, I'm interested in this tech. Like, I'm interested in, like, mixed reality and AR and VR. Like, I love all that stuff, so I think it's very interesting, very cool, and I would like to try it. I'd give it a whirl. There's a Twitter Direct, probably check that after the GT reaction. Is there anything else other than Pikmin? Like, is there anything worth looking at? Because we looked at Pikmin at the start. But yeah, let's watch this GT thing. Alright, Matt, Pat, tell us how you think Gregory and Cassie are robots. I don't like how they got rid of the game theory, like the intros. Like, I liked the film theory and the food theory intros, and even the game theory one. I don't like how they got rid of them for, like, cold opens. Oh my god.
Internet, welcome to Game Theory, where today it's the best of times and it's the worst of times. I mean, on one hand, FNAF fans be eating good this month. There's books, there's a teaser for the movie, there's a trailer for Security Breach's Ruin DLC, heck, there's even a brand new FNAF VR.
Let's go! Help Wanted 2!
That literally got announced as I'm recording this episode. It is all super exciting stuff. I hope you're prepared to engorge yourself in lore like Chica.
Yeah, Matt Pat he's making big money this year.
Consuming a pizza. It is literally the year of FNAF, which is fitting since it's 2023 and that's the year of FNAF 3. Also, probably FNAF 6.
Oh, and it's the year of the rabbit!
Missing from this year is some sort of haunted attraction. But on the other hand, there is chaos in the wider theorist community. Buried in this landslide of new material are a lot, and I mean a lot, of very significant lore drops that feel...
Has he talked about the Mimic yet? I think he has. I think he's talked about the Mimic.
For this franchise. Hints to the origins of Henry, revelations about secret AI programs controlling the Pizzaplex, confirmation that Gregory was in fact Patient 46. But here's the thing, no one can actually agree on what it's all trying to say. Everyone recognizes that there's been a lot of very important stuff that's being revealed lately, but every online FNAF theorist that I've seen has taken the clues and wound up with a different solution to the puzzle. And normally that's not a big issue. That is the beauty of theorizing, to reach your own conclusions, to make your own predictions, to come up with your own.
Yeah, I don't know if he has talked about the Mimic yet.
Attempts to work together and solve a common mystery.
But he might have.
You agree with and people that you don't, and you know what? It's great either way. Except this time we kind of gotta sort of figure it out. What we're talking about today is some major stuff. Everything that's coming out right now feels like it's trying to guide us into what the plot of Security Breach was meant to be. And now with Ruin coming out in July and building off of that initial game, we've got a ticking clock demanding that we solve things, and quick. Our window is tight. So today I'm here to catch you up on all the major reveals and the ensuing controversies before throwing my purple hat into the ring on what I suspect it all means. Good news.
Is this going to be a two-parter?
Friends. Good news. I think we've been on the right track the entire time. Bad news. I don't think the wider FNAF community is going to agree with me. This one is going to be a battle. So, are you ready, theorists? It's time to eat pizza.
I'm probably definitely not going to agree with you.
Okay, first let me catch you up on the big FNAF drama. Let me set the stage. It's April. All of Team Theorist over here has just finished slaving away on our massive timeline for the series. We've done it. We are on the beach, coconut drinks in our hands, eager to take a break from the franchise.
Yeah, and then the Mimic immediately happens right after they finish their timeline.
Ruin's released later in the year. But nope, Scott had himself some other plans. He smacked those beverages clean out of our hands and released 3 new books: Submechanophobia, The Bobby Dots Conclusion, and Nexi. Now, normally that wouldn't be too much of a concern, right? Books tied to this franchise have been coming out for years. It's just part of the content treadmill at this point, and it's not like they tend to add a whole lot. Only one in like every 6 stories is even remotely lore relevant, and even then the connection back to the games only exists if you squint at it. But oh no, friends. Not this time. Across the 3 books, story after story after story seems to have significant lore implications. And not only that, they're also much more direct in the way that the information is presented, with characters and events mapping largely one for one.
He's gonna double down on Mrs. Afton. I don't think so.
These things, and let's be honest, why would you when I could just do the homework for you? What I'm talking about might be a bit confusing, so I'm just going to explain by way of example. In GGY, one of the 4 stories that set the internet on fire, a young boy named Greg, with brown hair and big brown eyes, is a master hacker who's been reprogramming the animatronics at the Pizzaplex for evil deeds, including bumping off 3 school counselors that seem to be getting too close to the truth. He also has himself a habit of being really good at the Pizzaplex's arcade games, leaving behind his initials GGY at the top of the game's leaderboards. Now, compare that information to what we get in the games. There's a young boy named Gregory with brown hair and big brown eyes who seems to be Patient 46, a master hacker that's reprogramming the animatronics at the Pizzaplex for evil deeds, including bumping off 3 therapist characters that also seem to be getting too close to the truth. He also has himself the habit of leaving the letters GGY at the top of the leaderboards at various arcade cabinets throughout the Pizzaplex. Now that right there, that is not counting animatronic toes and trying to match up striped shirts. That is about as explicit of a one-to-one parallel that you get for this franchise. So when the story also reveals that Greg's nickname is Rab, aka Dr. Rabbit, you stand up and take notice. And you know
Who is Dr. Rabbit?
They recognize the connections and how important the books have suddenly become. No longer am I out there on my own little island shouting into the void about using the books to inform our speculation about the lore. Finally, the internet agrees with me. To me, this is a huge step in the right direction in terms of figuring out the wider lore of the franchise. You know, there's just one tiny little problem with this. No one can quite agree just how seriously to take this lore. After years of denying the book's canonicity, there's suddenly been a massive swing of the pendulum the complete other way, where now many pockets of the FNAF community vehemently believe that these most recent stories are fully canon with the games. In other words, we're no longer talking about an alternate universe where events are similar to the games, but with slight differences. Oh no. Now the debate is all about whether what you read in the books also happened in the
I think, like,
in the game.
It's different just because Tales of the Pizzaplex is very much trying to tie into Security Breach specifically. It wasn't like Fazbear Frights where it's like every story was like a one-off thing. This is very clearly trying to tie into Security Breach.
So before we dive into that can of worms, let's just talk about the stories themselves. I already filled you in on GGY, which means it's time to talk about the other 3 which tell themselves a connected timeline of events. Starting with the first, the Mimic. This is the one that everyone is using their collective minds over.
Mimic.
The tale of Edwin, a genius inventor and single father, and his hyperactive son, David. Basically, Edwin is overworked. Years ago, he sold his struggling robotics company to Fazbear Entertainment, who now has him hard at work turning
not Fazgoo. Take it away.
The first one that he's working on being a bright yellow chick. There's just one problem here, David. David is 4 in all the best and worst ways possible. It means that he's sweet and excitable, but it also means that he's moody and demands a lot of time and attention. 2 things that Edwin does not have. So to fix his problem and get himself more work time, Edwin creates a piece of software known as Mimic 1. Using some spare robot parts, he makes a legless endoskeleton that's able to copy everything that David does. Basically, this thing's an AI that's using David as his training data. And while Mimic 1 starts by merely copying David, pretty soon it's able to respond on its own, independently. And David loves this thing, which means that Edwin is finally able to disappear into his work. Everything seems to be going well until tragedy strikes. An unsupervised David runs out into the middle of a busy highway and is killed. Edwin is devastated, and he takes all his rage out on the Mimic, this robot that continues to behave like his son, infusing the metal of the bot with pure agony. We then flash forward in time to Edwin being gone, and the Mimic roaming the halls of his abandoned home, a brutal killer still in possession of David's childlike tendencies. So, does any of that sound familiar? Cause it should.
Brian, look out!
Emily, a genius inventor who helped to create the robots of Fazbear Entertainment. A man who also happens to be a single father whose only child dies in a tragic accident when they decide to run outside. A creator whose first project was Chica. Now, that alone would be plenty of connected dots, but the story continues to hammer home the parallels between these 2 men. In past videos, I've talked a lot about Henry's signature animatronic design, the hinged jaws that we see on the original animatronics, as well as the Rockstar animatronics. Well, guess what? This is how Edwin decided to build the Mimic. Quote, under the eye housing, Edwin had welded in place a hinged jaw. Speaking of Edwin's robots, do you know what Edwin's first business project was? He made robotic vacuum cleaners, presumably like the ones that we see in FNAF 6. Edwin and Henry even share the same sandy brown hair color. But the other big parallel that the story gives us is when Edwin destroys the Mimic. The way this event is described is very similar to when Henry built the final Charlie bot from the 4th Closet novel. Here's how it's described in Tales of the Pizzaplex. He could almost feel his murderous thoughts pouring through his muscles, transfusing through the metal into Mimic's systems. And here's what happens when Henry builds the Charlie bot after her death. Quote from that book. When Henry began to make the fourth, his despair turned to rage. He seethed as he soldered her skeleton together, pouring his anger into the forge where he shaped her very bones. It was not Charlotte drenched in grief, it was made alive with Henry's fury. In both instances, we have men who have instilled their creations, animatronics that are literal stand-ins for their dead kids, with the pain and rage of loss. If that's not a solid connection, I don't know what is. Even from a timeline perspective, Edwin being Henry makes a lot of sense. In the Mimic, they specifically call out...
I mean, also, you have to think about, like, this could be this universe's, like, secure... I'm talking, like, security breach here. Like, security breaches parallel for these characters. Because I'm still under the impression that what we are playing in now, like, from Help Wanted onward, is... I don't want to say an alternate reality, but like an alternate variant of the story. Like, I don't think I don't think we're in William Afton Henry universe anymore. I think we're in something completely different ever since Help Wanted. And so, like, I don't think, to me, I don't think William Afton even exists in this world. I mean, maybe he does. Maybe I missed a story or something. But I don't think he exists. I'm sure Matt Pat will prove me wrong in like 5 minutes time.
After the death of his son, he disappears. But then, in another tale from the Pizzaplex, this one called The Storyteller, we meet up with Edwin 40 years later, at the point that he decides to return to the Fazbear franchise to sit on their board of directors. Again, the books make a very specific point to call out all these dates. So why? What's the big deal here? Well, if Edwin is truly the parallel for Henry, Henry lost his daughter Charlie in 1983. We're not exactly sure when he leaves the company, but we definitely know when he comes back, 2023, as evidenced by the numerical code in FNAF 6. 40 years later. A perfect match to the time frame that the books have laid out. In short, Edwin has to be Henry, which means, in a very cool twist, our early franchise timeline was almost perfectly correct. In that video, I said that William Afton's company specialized in hand-sewn mascot suits, and that Henry, when he was brought in, was the one responsible for turning those suits into animatronics. That prediction right there, that was right on the money. I was also on the right track when I said that one of the two founders had their failing company get bought out. I was just wrong about which one. In that timeline video, I suggested that Afton made Fazbear Entertainment, but eventually ran out of money and had to be bailed out by Henry. But as this story shows, it's actually the other way around. Henry was ultimately the one that was bought out. And in one final parallel between the books and the games, the story actually describes the Fazbear exec that gets Edwin to sign away his business as Portly, which connects all the way back to the Silver Eyes, where Afton was described in a similar way. Quote, Afton was as robust and lively as Henry was withdrawn and shadowy. He was a hefty man who had the ruddy geniality of a financially shrewd Santa Claus. Okay, cool, so we've got some confirmation on some early parts of the franchise, but what does any of this mean for Security Breach? Well, that's where the second Edwin story comes in, the Storyteller. In this one, we rejoin Edwin 40 years later. Because of his importance to the early days of Fazbear Entertainment, he now sits on the board of directors, a fact that does not land too well with the current head of the board, Mr. Burrows. Get it? His name's Burrows because everyone's always connected to rabbits. Anyway, to cut costs at the Pizzaplex, Mr. Burrows decides to lay off the entire creative department. Instead, replacing
Gone.
a generative AI that's capable of creating new stories.
I heard there was a gacha game that, like, completely fired all their artists and replaced them with AI. That sucks.
Storylines for all the characters. Basically, this thing is like ChatGPT on steroids. This, understandably, upsets Edwin, who apparently has gone from engineering nerd to creative heart of the company. But he's not just a WGA member that's upset about some Writers Guild's rights. What makes matters worse is the fact that Mr. Burrows isn't using just any AI, he's installing Mimic 1, the same program that Edwin created. The one that was trained by his son 40 years prior. When they install it, it even comes in the form of his son's favorite toy, a white tiger head. And here's where things start to get real crazy. This AI controls everything in the Pizzaplex. It runs through a large central tree of wires that are connected through the walls, even tapping into things like the animatronics themselves. In fact, once the Mimic 1 program gets installed, the behavior of all the animatronics starts to change from their normal personalities into something that's a bit more like a 4-year-old. They start to become possessive. They get into tug-of-war matches over toys. They sulk in the corner and cry. David is somehow getting infused into everything that this AI touches. Eventually, Edwin...
Duke Nukem promotional art also used AI? Yeah, I saw that.
However, in his final moments, he attempts to communicate with his son inside the AI. You see, in the Mimic story, Edwin watches David communicating with his robot buddy using a made-up language described like this. Quote, David and Mimic had been doing all manner of odd little drawings that were surrounded by markings that looked vaguely like hieroglyphics. Edwin then uses this same language to communicate with the Mimic software at the end of the storyteller. Quote again, every sheet of paper was covered with odd stick drawings and strange symbols that were not at all familiar to Mr. Burroughs. Squiggles, squares, loops, triangles within triangles. So why is this story such a big deal right now in the FNAF community? Well, everyone knows it's important, it's just that no one can truly settle on what it's trying to say, which means it's time for me to do my best to try and break it all down. Now, I've already mentioned the parallels between Edwin and Henry, but what that also suggests is that Edwin's son David may just be an analog for Henry's only child, Charlie. Not that they're one and the same or following the exact chain of events, but rather that where David goes in the books, we should be looking for Charlie to follow in the games. And in the story, the Mimic 1 AI that was trained using David winds up controlling the Pizzaplex and all its animatronics via an intricate system of wires. This, to me, is the book suggesting that we should probably be looking for Charlie to be doing the same thing in the games. And wouldn't you know it, but there is a lot of evidence to suggest exactly that. Throughout Security Breach, there are wires everywhere. Black and white striped wires that look very similar to everyone's favorite possessed puppet, Charlie. There are also the staff bots roaming around looking like a twisted version of the puppet. We also see several unexplained nightmare
That scene is so funny.
strange locations throughout the building, again suggesting that an angry version of Charlie may just be at work within the walls of the building. During my complete timeline, I suggested that the reason we were seeing so much puppet imagery throughout the Pizzaplex is because Charlie's possessing the building poltergeist style. Just like the house in that movie is possessed by angry spirits, the Pizzaplex is haunted by Charlie because it's built on top of the location of the FNAF 6 fire. Basically, her physical form may be gone, but her spirit is still going to haunt the building until Afton is destroyed. And again, I think that this latest story confirms that I was close about the what, but not necessarily about the how. Charlie is still very much here, but it's not a haunting, it's technological. And look at this. The wires are even formed in such a way that they look like the trunk and branches of a tree, exactly the way the Mimic's wires are described to run through the Pizzaplex in the book. Just like David's consciousness infected everything in the Pizzaplex during the Tale story, so too is Charlie infecting everything in the Pizzaplex of the games. But that's not all. Remember that in the book, Edwin uses an elaborate code of symbols, sticks, and shapes to communicate with his son inside of the Pizzaplex. It's designed as an elaborate code of triangles within triangles. That right there, that is the wall code in Security Breach's secret room. Remember that one? If not, here's the abbreviated translation. Break and mend, I built the breath. They hunt now, drawn to life. The storyteller here is giving us a clue that this wall code,
that was a single sentence. It's a lot longer than that.
Not sure. Honestly, we had
It's a lot longer than that.
Written this because he was supposed to be dead in the FNAF 6 fire. But if you look at the text with him in mind, the pieces all fit. Henry did build the breath. He was the creator of the animatronics. And in all stories about Henry, we hear about him repurposing old robotic parts. He is breaking and mending them. But midway through, this coded message starts to switch tones. It starts giving instructions. Quote again, dodge, duck, flash, shoot, crawl, run, crush the vile band. Your life, your aim will save those with soul. He's teaching someone their mission. He's giving some robotic AI their instructions, just like Edwin was trying to communicate with the AI in the book. It is their task to save those with soul. But look specifically at the verbs that are written here, especially shoot and flash. This one has to be talking to Gregory. Not only is he the one that's crushing the vile
he's a robot!
His actions are things that he performs in the game. He is the only one shooting with the Faz Blaster. He is the only one flashing with the Faz Cam. It seems like Henry, in a last failsafe against Fazbear, may have built a protector using an AI program and spoke to it using his triangle within triangle code. And that protector has to be Gregory. I know, I can't let Robot Gregory go. I get it. But how else do you explain this? No one else is flashing and shooting. And remember, the story GGY confirms to us that Gregory is patient 46, whose secret therapy tapes are played right next to where this code is in the very same room. Everything in this one room is screaming that the message is for Gregory, written in a code that the books tell us is reserved for robot brains. But this then raises two major questions. First, how could I say that Gregory's a robot when we see him in GGY as just a kid at school? And secondly, GGY makes it clear that Gregory is a villain, hacking into the animatronics and using them to kill people.
Apparently, all 3 of your former therapists have gone missing, or 2 of them are missing. One of them was found dead. The woman's body was pretty messed up. It looked like it was mangled by machinery.
Gregory's pen name for a large portion of the book is Dr. Rabbit, for crying out loud. If that doesn't scream, oh, by the way, I'm also working for Afton. I don't
Yeah,
know.
how does he know Cassie?
He even calls himself the wizard's most favorite apprentice. So how can I say that he's working for Henry when it's very clearly being told to us that he's also working for William? Well, first off, we never actually see confirmation that he's a human in the books. In fact, we largely get the opposite. Gregory is actually described in the book as, quote, an unfamiliar kid who looked a little lost at the start of the school year. So So there's no past with this kid, no growing old together with a group of friends. He just appeared out of nowhere one day. What's more, whenever his friends do something odd, Gregory reacts in a very robotic way. He cocks his head and he has a weird pause in his behavior. Is that a lot to go off of? No. But also nothing about him explicitly says that he's necessarily human, or that he's just the reluctant follower of Afton. But obviously the bigger question here is how? How can he be both a
But like, didn't the triangle language? He said it's specifically to talk to robots, but also like, didn't his human child come up with that language as well?
bot and an agent of Afton at the same time? This is also a question that's raised in the books. If
He has to be the
GUI
goo.
is
He's the
Gregory and
fucking
Glitch
goo.
Trap are in control of the animatronics, but then the storyteller is saying that an AI version of Charlie is controlling the animatronics, who's actually in control here? Both of these stories feel crucial to understanding Security Breach's lore, and yet they seem to contradict each other. So what is going on? Well, for that answer, we actually have to go to the trailer for the new Security Breach DLC, Ruin. In the last few seconds of footage for this new game, we see a glitching techno rabbit, glitching between two colors, green and purple. This effect is known as chromatic aberration, which is when the lens of a camera is unable to focus the different colors of light into the exact same point. Usually you see this sort of thing with red and blue, sometimes red and green. Purple and green is not usually the natural color combination for this sort of effect, which means that it's trying to tell us something. And this isn't the only time we see it. If you go over to securitybreachtv.com, which has been the go-to location for all online teasers for these games, the website has the steel wool logo down in the corner, glitched again between purple and green. Not only that, they're reverses of each other. Not just reflections, but actually facing in opposite directions. Well, we know that purple is always going to be the villain color. It's evil. That is a given for this franchise. But green, that then, is probably the opposite color, the hero color. And while it could represent Elizabeth with her signature green eyes, what I suspect is more likely is that the green is Charlie, the color of the security puppet's eyes, the color of the wristband that she was wearing the night that she died, all green. So within Gregory, and honestly within all of these animatronics, there's a capacity for both good and evil. Glitch Trap is in the code, obviously, he's purple, but there's also a force for good, Charlie, in there as well as green. And what we're playing through is a battle between these two to ultimately decide who wins. That's why the tiger head and the Tales from the Pizzaplex story has two differently colored eyes. It shows two forces at work within the same program. This also explains why throughout the game, the other animatronics are getting corrupted, but why Glamrock Freddy isn't. He's booted in
Why?
safe mode. The storyteller establishes that all the animatronics controls the Pizzaplex. By glitching out and then rebooting in safe mode, Glamrock Freddy is separated from that system, as well as any sort of corruption that's happening within it. And just like that, it all became crystal clear. The reason we have two stories telling us about two different sources of control over the animatronics in the Pizzaplex isn't because Scott changed his mind or because Steel Wool didn't get the memo. It's because Ruin is literally going to be a battle for control. The forces of evil, Glitch Trap, versus the forces for good, Charlie. One who wants to kill kids and use their souls to gain eternal life, and another who wants to put it all to rest and protect those who can still be saved. And Gregory is stuck there in the middle, both of them existing inside of him. Like he says himself at the end of the trailer,
"Don't give up on me yet."
But hey, that's just
None of that is gonna happen. Absolutely none of that is gonna happen in Ruin. Just don't even think about it. The Ruin ain't gonna be shit. Ain't none of that gonna happen. Let's look at this Twitter Direct. I can't wait to see the post-Ruin game theory. Okay, Nintendo Direct. You said there was a Twitter Direct? Yeah, Pikmin 4. What is this? New features coming to Pokemon Home version 3.0. When bringing a Pokemon from Pokemon Home into a linked game, you'll be able to change its moves it knows from amongst a list of moves. Sure. 3.0 already? Why? That's weird. There was more new... I don't know. I was just told that there was a Twitter Direct, and so I went to go check, and it really wasn't, yeah, that much else. It's just the Pikmin thing, which I talked about at the start of the stream. So go check that out, maybe. Yeah, it was mostly just Pikmin, and it wasn't even like that much of Pikmin. It's just like, hey, there's a character creator. Yeah, it is fun that you can make a guy. It is definitely fun. What does the phrase Twitter Direct even mean? It's like a Nintendo Direct, but it only happens on Twitter. People called it that because it did happen once. There was a day where Nintendo announced things like every hour over Twitter. Like, some pretty, like, not big things, but like significant enough. Like, oh, Twitter Direct. Woo, woo, woo. Let's go. We got a name, everybody. We win. New memes? Yeah. Let me get those new memes. Oh, God. Wait, go back. Oh, you missed. I feel like I saw that one already. No, the TV. I thought he was about to start going. Oh my god. Wow. That could have not have gone any worse. Oh, what are you playing? Oh my god! What is that? That streetlight? Hey yo! Come on, I'm streaming! I'm streaming! Wow. Oh god. Oh! That not hurt? Oh yeah. Yeah, I know that. I know that. I've done that. Yeah. Classic. Classic releasing something back into the wild only for it to immediately get eaten and die. Why did it immediately go back to sleep? Nice. Oh, hell yeah. So cute. Jesus Christ, dude. Whoa, 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 Factorio. Oh, went the wrong way. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Oh no, don't sit back down. Oh no. My, what big ears you have! My, what big ears you have! What is this dog? What dog is this? Oh my god! Okay, it's neat. Oh, that was just a good video. Okay. She got big fat liared. What the hell?
Bubble, but he would be a terrible owl to take.
Hell? Don't honk at the beautiful birdies. Oh my god, they can't get over. She's helping! She's helping! Why did they let him on the ride with that? Oh.
Oh baby, are you stuck? Are you in jail? Are you stuck in your cage? Oh no! Oh no!
Jesus, are you okay?
Le 7 décembre 2020, le hamburger monté comme les jeunes calices de mineurs mangent une marde de tabarnak qui dit yeah yeah.
Okay. Oh no, what have you done? You sent them off balance. What the fuck?
Muriel? Yes, Mavis? Do you know that you've just gone through a red light and over a roundabout, and you haven't even slowed down? Am I driving? Muriel, you are driving.
Duckies in a watermelon. Duckies in a watermelon. How did Ducky get in a watermelon? How'd they do that? How did Ducky get in there? The hell, new games. For the SNES? This is good. This is a good day. The day this gets added, this is a good day. It is today. Or yesterday. I think it was yesterday night. I believe these are out. Blaster Master's cool. That's a cool one to get. Like the OG. I remember fighting that guy in Blaster Master Zero. Wow. Like, the original Harvest Moon? Those sprites are beautiful. This sprite work is amazing. It's so charming. This genre has not evolved. We're still doing this in the exact same way. Oh, what's this fancy fella doing? L-Piece, the video game. This was the precursor to Tears of the Kingdom, if you think about it. That's not true, you can be gay now. Fair enough, fair enough. Hey, you know, pretty solid lineup, actually. That's a pretty that's actually, like, probably the most solid lineup of, like, SNES, NES, Game Boy things we've gotten in a while. It's pretty good. You kind of forgot I'd be live today? Yeah, we did a whole thing. You were gone. You were experiencing a generational film. It's fine. Understandable. Yeah. I'm gonna hop into the Discord once I go offline and chat about it. I'm not gonna chat about it here because I want to spoiler. I want to talk about spoilers. Yeah, Craig. You can join us later. I'm very happy the sequel comes out in March. That's all I'll say about that here. Very happy about it. Very happy it's being done. And like I said at the beginning, I'm very happy it's being done and it was actually, like, planned. Instead of Dune Part 2, which wasn't even greenlit by the time the first movie came out. That's good. God, when did Dune Part 1 come out? That was, like, early pandemic, right? Yeah, 2021. You have to wait another 5 days to watch it, Tibet? Yeah, we did watch in Coast Discord. Ain't nobody saw that in theaters. I forgot they delayed it. It was supposed to come out in 2020, and they delayed it a year because of the pandemic. Because they wanted it in theaters. And then they released it day one digital anyway. That's so crazy. And next stream we'll have quite a bit to talk about, I imagine, because there'll be... once I get back from my appointment, we'll skim through the Summer Games Fest thing. That shit's at 3? I actually might be back on time to stream. But I'm not gonna stream it. I keep saying I'm not gonna stream it, I'm not gonna stream it. I will stream something else, and then if something cool happens, I will flip over. I will not put my focus on that. Yeah, Thursday, I believe, is the Summer Games Fest. Followed immediately by... Is Day of the Devs happening? Because I will watch Day of the Devs. Day of the Devs was really good last year. Let me see. Day of the Devs... Yeah, Day of the Devs is immediately after Summer Games Fest, and I think Devolver is immediately after Day of the Devs. So those will be good. Ooh. Cocoon is gonna be at Day of the Devs. Okay, we're definitely watching it. Okay. Been waiting for that one to get, like, more information. Or just a release date, rather. Yeah, I will be back around the time Summer Games Fest starts. Maybe I'll be a little bit late. And I will, I don't know, play, like, Peggle. I'll play Peggle until they show off something cool. Devolver Direct, yeah, 3 p.m. Pacific. Yeah. And Summer Games Fest starts 3 p.m. Eastern. Oh, what is the Xbox? Is the E3 Countdown website still doing, like, the countdown this year? Damn. They said not this year. That's so sad. Not this year. Sorry. No, sir. We are not doing it this year. They did it last time there was no E3, but, like, everyone was just doing digital presentations. Like, they still did it. But, yeah. Not anymore. Sad. It really doesn't feel like E3 does it. I didn't even make a bingo card. So sad. I always make a bingo card. And I never win. I always get so close to winning. And now I never will. At least I won that one Nintendo Direct bingo. I forgot about E3. Yeah, it's not happening this year. Sorry to say. The only way to win is if they announce the new Tomodachi Life. They should do that. They should take the technology they built for Miitopia and put that into, like, a new Tomodachi game. And I mean a new one. Don't just bring back Tomodachi on 3DS and be like, hey, look, there's dogs this time. You can have little dogs and maybe a cat. I mean, that'd be cool, but it would still be the same game, but with dogs and cats. You know, add new stuff to it. Yeah. I'll be looking at that stuff. And we'll see what's the gamers got. What the gamers do. You just remembered a new Fantasy Life this year? A lot of new A lot of new. That company again? Level 5 games. This year and next year. Their direct was really cute. They should do another one of those when they got new stuff to show. Sorry about that. I'm out of water. And I've honestly... I've kind of run out of things to do. So... do we... Is there anything else we could look at? Or do we just end here? And we regroup for... Thursday? They will release a new Yokai Watch in the West? I hope so. That'd be really nice if they did that. Like a new one. Like a new one. That'd be cool. Put that shit on the Switch. Put that shit on the PC, maybe? You will take the one they made already? The one on the Switch? Yokai Watch Switch? Level 5 is back. Is there hope for Yokai Watch? Maybe. This is Yokai Watch 4? I can't with the Yokai Watch music. He does what in this game? What the fuck? I thought this would be gameplay for some reason, I don't know why. Where's the gameplay of Yokai Watch 4? Why is there like no... I looked up Yokai Watch 4 gameplay and there's like nothing. Pokemon Sword and Shield versus Yokai Watch 4, here we go. Which do you like better, guys? Wow, that frame rate is atrocious. Ah, much better frame rate. Why it's so quiet, too. Look at the grass texture. Look at the rock texture. And look at the... No, the tree's cheating! No! The Yokai Watch tree looks so much better. Pokemon Bros, what happened? they gonna show, like, a battle? It's just walking. Show, like, a battle. Oh my god, is it just walking the whole time? Oh my god. Can I find any gameplay of this fucking game? Here we go. It's Hungramps! From the Nintendo Direct, where Bill Trinan got a Hungramps infection and was really hungry and ate all the donuts, and Reggie was like, I'm gonna shut down all these Chinese restaurants! Hungramps is gonna, like, slap. You got a dodge roll Hungramps? Oh my god! He fights them? What the fuck? How'd he do that? Got him. Hungramps dead for real this time. You can also swap and play as a yokai? No way. We did it, we killed Hungramps. What the fuck? Get him! Kill. Ooh. Kill him with the. Oh, you gotta capture him, maybe. Capture the white man. Get him! Oh, he's got a big old shield. Debanyan, get him! Yeah! Data absorbed, it's like cassette beasts. Mount buddy. Ooh, scanning for yokai. It's like the yokai watch. It's very sophisticated. Only 3 people have a yokai watch. Because it's $3,500. Oh, spotted! Get him! Get the bat! Kill! Oh. He's a friend. Well, ain't that nice? Alright, turn into the yokai. I want to see you turn. Oh, here we go. Nice, dude. You can be Jibanyan. I don't know how this battle system works. I don't think I quite I thought the beam was like a capture beam, but it doesn't seem like that at all. It seems like something completely different. Alright. That's enough stalling. I was stalling. I'm out of water. I need to go get water before I shrivel up and implode. So I'm gonna end here because I'm not gonna come back for like 10 minutes left, you know? I'm gonna end it here, and we will regroup on Thursday. We'll watch some Summer Games Fest, some Day of the Devs, some Devolver, if time being. I'm a time being. Okay. Have a good one.
Been up here lighting up the sky.
Luna, do you have time to sing a goodbye song before you go?
Always Bear.
Hey, this was really fun.
We hope you liked it too.
Seems like we've just begun when suddenly we're through. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. 'Cause now it's time to go. But hey, I say, well, that's okay.
'Cause we'll see you very soon, I know.
Very soon, I know. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye.
Goodbye.
And tomorrow, just like today, the moon, the bear, and the big blue house will be waiting for you to come and play. To come and play. To come and play. Bye now.